live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of What a Kayfabe Podcast, a pro wrestling podcast. As always, we are live every other Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Central Time, right here on Twitch TV. Tonight, we have a very special guest, but before we do that, we got to introduce everybody. As always, I am your host with the most, is the one, the only, Mr. Nick Venom, along with my three good friends. As always, we have the man himself, Nia Jackson's number one fan, Mr. Clarence, also known as the Game King. We also have the also-great Mr. Staggerly Crocker, and we have the man that is just simply built different himself, Mr. Cody Hawkins. But tonight, we have a very special guest, ladies and gentlemen. We have an Oklahoma legend himself, Mr. Pretty Boy himself, Mr. Doug Masters. Sir, welcome to the brand new show. Welcome, and how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good, brother. Thank you for having me. Doing good.
As always, thank you so much. Joey had reached out to us and wanted to have you on the show, and we was like, why not? Why not have the legend himself on here? And it's an honor to have you on the show, man.
I appreciate it. It's a privilege to be on here, brother. I hear a lot about your podcast. It's a pretty good podcast I've heard, and I've watched it a few times when I can, and y'all's doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you. We're almost, I believe we're almost 200 episodes in. We're literally about 7 episodes, or 17 episodes away from reaching 200. So it's a huge honor and everything that we lasted this long, because, man, we could have ended a long time ago.
Yeah, I understand that, man.
Oh, yeah. But the amount of people who changed it up and all that stuff is pretty much been a roller coaster ride. But without further ado, we do have some questions on here that myself and Mr. Stagger Lee have came up with and all that stuff. And I'm going to pretty much start it off. A guy like you that came from Tulsa, Oklahoma, how did you make it in the wrestling business?
Well, when I got out of high school, there was an outlaw group called Global Wrestling Federation. They're not the ones that was in Dallas, the GWF. They was from Tulsa. There was an outlaw group that started up here, and they had a training. They ran a spot show in Inola, Oklahoma, and I was down there to one of their matches, and I had to invite about going to pro wrestling school. So I thought that'd be a good idea. I was always wanting to get into it, so they took me under their wing, and I paid my fees and trained for about 6 months, and they said that was it if you want to pay some more money, and I felt I wasn't trained right, but Tommy Gilbert and Mike George was coming in on the weekends to help out, and they was coming in on the weekends to help out and everything, and they took me underneath their wing and brought me to Kansas City and trained me the right way. So I spent about 2 years with them two guys, and they taught me everything I needed to know about the business, how to do a promo, how to sell, how to react. Taught me about Kayfabe, taught me about everything you needed to know. Them guys have been around for a long time, and they was good people to learn from. So they gave me my first break in the business, and that's how I first started in the professional wrestling business, getting trained by Mike George and Tommy Gilbert.
Absolutely.
But then from there, my first territory I worked, they sent me down to Dallas, worked for World Class Championship Wrestling in the Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas, and that was my first territory I worked. And General Scandal Bar was the booker down there at the time, and he brought me in, and a guy named Bart Sawyer come with me, and he brought me in and brought us in. We was kind of intense talent back then because we just first started out. So I remember I was the first match that Mick Foley had. He was doing the Cactus Jack character. I was his first match, and I remember
I saw that earlier. I saw that match.
Yeah, he treated me real nice, man, for being a greenhorn and everything I was. It's just starting out in the business, and he gave me a little bit, and plus I put him over and started his character out, and then the Undertaker, Mark Ellis, he was the Texas Punisher, Big Red down there.
Yeah,
yes, indeed.
That's when he was first starting out, and I got to work his first match when he was first starting out with him. And I thought that was pretty cool. Them guys just starting out where I was at down there, and them getting there to go as far as they did in the business and everything. And they always treated me with a lot of respect. And I've seen them over the years and some shows I've did in the past, and they always treated me with respect. And they remember who I was and remember where I come from and everything.
Absolutely, man. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool that you was able to wrestle with Cactus Jack. I actually saw a match today as we were kind of going over everything for the World of Kayfabe. I seen the video of you wrestling Cactus Jack, but he wasn't Cactus Jack. It was Cactus Jack Manson.
Manson, that's right.
I was gonna say, yeah, Manson.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, that's crazy. Like, Manson, that's definitely old school. But I've been an old school kick as of late and been watching a lot of Mid-South from back in the day, especially around like the Freebird era and the Von Erichs and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, that was hot and heavy when I was down there. It was they were just starting out with their feud to have. That was, if you ever had the Von Erichs and Freebirds on the car, you was gonna sell out. They had a great angle they had got going. Michael Hayes, what a great guy. I talk to him every once in a while, and he always had a great mind for the business, and what a great gimmick they had. He was a walker and talker, and then they had Terry Bam Bam Gordy as a powerhouse, and had Buddy Jack Roberts as a wrestling technician. So they had a great threesome there that they put in there to be a 6-man tag team match, and there was nobody doing that back then. They kind of invented it.
Wonderful dynamic.
What a dynamic team it was, man. Their chemistry was awesome together and everything. And then plus when you put the Von Erichs with them, which was Texas All Pride Texas boys, son of Texas. Everybody knew the Von Erichs. It was, I mean, I've never seen so many people cry when the Von Erichs got hurt or whatever they got done to them, and the people in the fans, the people in the stands did. They were like, they was the poster child for Texas, man. They were, everybody knew who they were. They was the son of Texas, and all of them. It was just a tragic deal what happened to their family in the past and everything that would happen to them. It was like the Von Erich curse. And but them, the guys, they were great to get along with too. And I was on the road with them too. They just couldn't control their demons like we all did, you know. And they had a hard time doing that. They'd show up. I remember times they'd show up late. Come in the wrong dressing rooms and stuff like that. Or one of them would be out in their car, passed out in the car when his music was playing, and we'd have to go out. Booker'd have to go out and wake them up, bang on the window to wake them up and show them the way to the ring and everything. But once they got in the ring, they knew how to work. Once they got in the ring, no matter what they was doing or what they was using, you know, they still know how to perform when they got out there.
Absolutely.
Dude, I'm guilty of crashing out like that before. I did it once in Pensacola, dude. I was, bro, talking about sweat running down the back of my head and not Copac. No, I did that in Pensacola.
Well, yeah, it's just amazing how later on that Kerry was able to wrestle with being with missing a foot. Half the foot.
I was there when that happened. I remember him running. Of course, he was under influence at the time, like they always was, and he ran his motorcycle underneath a parked police car. Imagine that, man. And they was going to try to kayfabe his leg being amputated, his foot being amputated from the fans, and they kayfabed it. But what they wanted to do was go out, and Fritz wanted to go out and tell everybody the truth about it, that he had it amputated, and see if they could see what kind of a mercy they'd have on them, what kind of feelings the people would get back into it that had on them. But it was up to Kerry. He didn't want to do that. So just can you imagine wrestling with one foot and be able to go in the ring and do that? You couldn't even tell he had it on. He was so good at it.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
No, it rings true like the legitimate one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
That's right, brother. Yeah, man, he was just so he was kind of shy about who he dressed around and stuff by taking that foot off and stuff. He was comfortable with me splitting motels with him and stuff, but he was kind of shy about it and everything. He didn't know how people would react, staring at him and this and that, but you wouldn't tell it. And then he went for years. I remember a match with him and Colonel Beers with the AWA. They shot him outside the ring, and the Colonel went out after him and grabbed his foot and ripped it off. Pulled his foot off, and they had to put it underneath the ring for him to crawl back underneath the ring to put it back on. And that was kind of funny at the time, but he worked his way around it and did a fantastic job. He even made it to the WWE working that gimmick with that one foot.
Yeah, he was
Texas Tornado. Yeah.
Texas Tornado, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
became an Intercontinental Champion too in the process.
yeah, they put the straps on him. They put the strap on him. Intercontinental Champion, and he did a good job doing that. But yeah, Kerry was good. Kevin was real good too. He was a good hand to work with. Then had Chris. Kevin's the only one still alive, and he was the one that was messed up the most back then, believe it or not. And Chris, you know, he was unfortunate what happened to him. He was just so small because he had asthma, and he was hard for him to gain weight with that Heller he was taking it. For some reason, he couldn't put no weight on and stuff. And then when he broke his arm, he had to get out of it, and it just was a sad deal what happened to him. And then Mike, what happened to him in Japan with something with his bowels erupted or something, and he bled to death, and they tried to blame it on pills and everything, but there was pills in the room. But Bruiser Brody, he come in and got him out of the room for him and kayfabed him from the cops and everything, and that was just his liver, his function of his body just shut down on him, and he died in his sleep down there. That was a sad deal there. And then David, they brought him back for soldier surgery, and he wound up ODing and dying, and it was just a tragic deal what happened to the Von Erichs. They were a good family, good people, and it's just a tragic deal what happened. It was like they called it the Von Erich curse.
Yeah, because like I said, Kevin's literally the only one left, and I believe he lives in Hawaii now.
He lives in Hawaii. Yeah, he lives in Hawaii.
Little island in Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken. I think he lives out there.
Yeah, and then his boys Ross and Marshall are a tag team.
Yeah. They work some independent shows around Texas and Oklahoma.
They were in MLW. I believe they got signed to AEW.
They made a couple of appearances.
They made a couple of appearances, specifically like Ring of Honor. But that's about the last I've heard of them. Ross, was it Ross and Taylor?
Yeah, I don't know what they called themselves, but
something like that. Yeah.
They're still the Von Erichs.
Oh yeah, I mean they're the Von Erichs, obviously.
That's what they're billed as. You know, Ross and Marshall, the Von Erichs.
Yeah, Ross and Marshall. My bad. I don't know.
And don't forget about Lacey, Carey's daughter.
Yeah. I'm about to see.
She works a lot of independents around here and stuff, so she's doing good. Yeah. I've seen her work.
Matter of fact, last I remember from Lacey was it was SWE Fury in San Antonio.
Yep.
And then not long after that, they did. They were trying to bring back World Class, and it didn't really pan out.
Yeah, that was what they're trying to do, and after that was slowing, their territory was slowing down and stuff. And Chris Adams that worked for Fritz down there, he started his own promotion, and me and Barsari went to work for him, and that's the first time I ever was a babyface working for him. He put a tag team on. It's called the Lone Star Rockers, and that was the first time I ever worked babyface. The rest of my career I worked as a heel, but he gave us a good little push. We worked at a lot of his spot shows and his house shows he did, and he had a pretty good fair promotion there outside of Dallas that he ran, and he lasted for like 5 years just running his own shows after Fritz shut down. So he did a good job. He was a good promoter, good with the people, and he was a good payoff guy, and he just had a bad problem when he started drinking. He got me real mean, man, and that was his downfall. He'd been kicked off a couple of airplanes and thrown in jail over it, beating up a steward on one airplane flight coming back from Puerto Rico, and he just couldn't control it. He was just totally different person when he started drinking and everything. But alcohol got to him, but if he wasn't drinking, man, he was just a different person and real easy to get along with. But once he started drinking, he was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. But it was a sad deal what happened to him too, you know, with getting shot like he did, you know, but it was his temper that got him killed.
So speaking of Puerto Rico, did you ever get the chance to work out there?
Oh yeah, I was going to tell you that story. After I left Tennessee, I went to Puerto Rico and worked for Carlos down there for the World Wrestling Council, and Dick Murdoch was the booker. And he brought me Ron Starr, Rambo Ron Starr. Remember him? Ron Starr, an old legend from Alabama. Yeah. He brought him to put with me, and because I was still a little bit green at the time, and he needed somebody to help me carry on a little bit more with the matches and tag matches. And to help me out a little bit. So I learned a lot from him, and he brought him in. They put the straps on us, and we worked angles against El Bronco and Ricky Santana and Rex King, Steve Dahl brought coming there, the Southern Rockers, and we held the belts for a couple of years, dropping them back and forth and stuff like that. But I had a great run in Puerto Rico. It was a whole different territory down there, guys. It was you had to watch the fans. You had to watch your back. It's one thing Murdoch told me: don't get up in the fans and start working up in the fans, up in the crowd, because they'd stab you if they could.
Yeah, it's a different beast down there. It's a different beast.
Yeah, completely different monster.
That was what they told me when I was in Tennessee. USWA, Eric Emery told me that got me booked down there. Told me that they was having a hard time bringing Americans down there because what happened to Brody.
Yes.
And my first match is a singles competitor down. I worked the guy that stabbed Brody, Jose Gonzalez. He never would thought he would do something like that. He was just a simple, calm guy and real easy going and got along with everybody. And it was hard to believe that. And I didn't know who he was at the time. And Murdoch told me, "How'd you like working the guy that stabbed Brody?" And I thought, man, it was a night off. You know, he knew what he was doing, and he never offended me or did nothing wrong to me, so I just kind of overlooked it and everything and worked with him and everything. He got me over, I got him over, but down there it's a different ball game. You can own a percentage of the office down there. They him and Victor Coronas and Victor Coronas, Cardos, and Abdullah the Butcher had a Gorilla Monsoon. They own a percentage of the company, and then when Gorilla Monsoon got out, Abdullah bought his share. And they'd bring him Abdullah would come in and work on the weekends, and he wouldn't do the week shots. He'd just come on the weekends and work. But we worked in mainly ball stadiums, and the way back from the ring to the wrestling room, we had to go through the dugout, and there was these high walls that went over the dugout, and them fans was set up there on the stands and pour urine on you and feces on you.
Ooh.
And all that stuff when you come back to the dressing room.
Mercy.
Certainly the heels, they did that a lot to our heels, man. It was pitiful how they do that stuff.
No mercy.
Now you watch, you know them little paper cups that they put soft drinks in, the kids would take them and fill them full of rocks and throw them at you while you was in the ring wrestling, man. And spark they throw at you and all that stuff like that. And them kids were good shots of that stuff too, because they were real good at doing that stuff, man. They hit you, and what I do really make them mad, they'd throw them at me, and I'd grab one and hit the baby face with it and get some heat on it and throw it outside the ring. And that really pissed them off, you know, and it really made them mad. I remember they knocked out referees before with them things. You look over and the referee be knocked out, getting hit in the head with one of them deals. But yeah, they took that stuff serious over there, man. They every morning when you woke up, the newspaper down there on the front page said somebody either had their head decapitated or somebody stabbed to death.
Jesus.
That's what was on the front page of the newspaper. That's what you see every morning. But about every morning you see that in the newspaper, that what happened the night before. And when they happened to Brody, they thought it was the fans that did it to Brody. And they said, the doctor told me one time, stabbing in Puerto Rico is like a code back in the States. It happens all the time. So I remember one time I was mad. One of my ex-wives, I called home one night and was half snookered and slammed the payphone down, and my hand ran down the silver wire on it, and I cut my finger wide open. I had to go get it stitched up, and there was a waiting line out in the hallway of the emergency room. People sitting on stretchers and all that stuff waiting to get in and everything where they'd been stabbed and all that stuff. And since they knew who I was because of the wrestling business, they got me in quicker and sewed my hand up. But I was just amazed how that people were waiting in the hallways down there just waiting to get in the emergency room. It wasn't like having them in their own private room. And that was lined up for a couple aisles down. They were still lined up there waiting to get in. It was just unbelievable. They have nothing for human life down there whatsoever, and they really take the wrestling serious down there. They really love the wrestling, man. That's one thing about it. But They've been running that island for 40 years, and they're still running it to this day. But I had a good learning experience down there. You just had to watch your back all the time and watch who you come around. And I never had no problem with the fans messing with me because I respect them outside the ring. I wouldn't cuss them or nothing or grade them or nothing like that. I remember I'll tell you this one story. They had an opposition down there, and Victor Aronis ran it, and they brought in Manny Fernandez. And we were sitting at the Condado one night drinking some beer, and Manny, there were some guys doing construction work down and digging a ditch down there with these shovels. Manny walked by him and mouthed off to him. Them guys come out of that ditch with them shovels, started beating him half to death with them shovels. And Murdoch and me was just laughing our ass off, man. Thought it was funny as shit because Murdoch goes, well, you ought to know better than doing that, man. You've been in the business for 30 years and you're talking shit to the guys outside the ring and everything. When you know that you're supposed to respect them. I just respect them. And they'd buy you beer, buy you food, whatever. They was real cool about that, but they treated you different when you was inside that ring. I know that.
Absolutely, man. That's crazy. So earlier in your career, you worked as Doug the Thug. Explain how did the gimmick came about in the transformation of Pretty Boy Doug Masters?
Well, stand all right while I put Doug the Thug gimmick on me because I had my natural hair back then and a goatee, and there was a biker gang called the Prince of, not the Prince of Darkness, not the Hell's Name. It was some kind of biker gimmick they had down there, and two of the guys come in and they thought, man, you look good being one of us. So I got me a black leather biker jacket and had some gloves on and got me one of them old-time biker hats and put it on, and Akbar said, we're going to call you Doug the Thug. And he kind of had a rhyming to it, you know, and meaning to it a little bit, so I got over it a little bit with that, but I just wasn't really big enough to do that gimmick. I thought it should be a guy. I'm 5'10". I thought it should be a guy who was about 6'5" or something like that. That looked like he was really from a biker gang. And but I worked the gimmick around Texas and Oklahoma here quite a bit, and then from the U.S. from a World Class Championship Wrestling, Akbar got me and Bart Sari booked up in Portland, Oregon for the Portland Wrestling Association up there out of Portland, Oregon for Don Owens. And Lynn Denton, the grappler, I don't know if y'all remember who he is or not. But
yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, I met him. He's a great guy, dude. Like,
real great guy, man.
Yeah.
One of my best friends. Yeah, real great guy. He'd do anything for you. Great booker, man. He'd do anything for you. He was a great booker. He booked a lot of territories. He was a booker up there and stuff. So he said, well, I'm tell you what, guys, we sent our tape up there and stuff. And he said, I'm going to bring you up here on a whim. So if you can get over, we'll keep you. If you can't, it was just a long trip for nothing. But I was wanting to work, and it was a territory, one of the great territories that had been around a long time. And it's just like working at the Sportatorium in Dallas. If you was anybody in the business, you worked that territory before. And that's what it was like up in Portland. Not a lot of guys from down here went up in the Pacific Northwest. They kept a lot of guys from the north and the east that worked the territory up there. And they brought us up there. We had our match, and then he come back and told us that night, y'all find a place to live because you're hired. So we Bart was working babyface, I was working heel, and we ran some angles together and stuff. But then they put me in. Roddy Piper had a little bit to do with the promotion up there. He was always loyal to Don. When he was working for Vince, when the New York would come to town, he wouldn't work for New York because of Don. He always had loyal to him because it was his first territory that he worked for, and they gave him a break and everything. So he's real loyal about that. And he brought me in the office one night, and he told me I had the dark, long, curly hair. And he brought me in the office one night with a bottle of bleach, threw it to me. He goes, go bleach your hair. We're going to call you Pretty Boy Doug Masters. And I thought, wow. Well, instead of going to a petition and do it, I tried to do it myself, and it turned orange. And at first, it turned orange. And they was calling me Pumpkinhead when I was in the ring that night working. So finally, there was somebody I knew down there but just hooked me up with a great beautician, and she did my hair right, and I went to her ever since then when I was up there. And Pretty Boy got over good. My gimmick was I went to the casino and hit the jackpot and won a lot of money, and that's how I become rich. instead of having an inheritance or something like that. Because the casino was right down the road. Las Vegas was from Portland, and everybody was always going down there and gambling there on the weekends. And I thought that was a pretty neat angle to run there. And Scotty DeBody up there, which is Raven now, he was working up there also. Yeah, he was the color commentary up there at the time, and he didn't want to do it no more. So Lenny said, "Hey, Doug, how would you like me in a color commentary?" And I said, "Man, I've never done it." He said, "You'll be fine. Go on out there." So Don Costa, the host of the show, he'd been there for 20 years, and he said he'll guide you through it, and you can go off each other phrases and sayings, and he'll help you through it. So I got over good, and I really liked it once I got to do it, because I really got to push myself as a heel, being a heel commentator, and I got all the heels over and stuff like that, and I got where I could talk to people and really do a good promo and try to get everything over in a heel point of view.
And that's the best heel commentators right there. That's one of the
That's right.
That's the best.
That's right.
That's the heels, man.
See,
I'm telling you that, bro.
I'm a new to the face commentary myself, but you did bring up Portland wrestling, which I actually I worked alongside a couple of guys that started a federation out here back in COVID era. You might recognize their names: Dapper Dan, Danny Davis, and Gorgeous Joey Jackson.
Yeah, I know both of them. Lynn Denton trained Joey Jackson.
They're both down here in Louisiana. Joey runs LWA.
Yeah.
Louisiana
I know. I've seen that. I've seen that.
Danny Davis.
He just dropped a documentary film. I think. Didn't he drop it last year, or was it this year?
He did drop it last. Yeah, I think it was last year. But
I want to say it was towards the end of last year he dropped it.
Yeah, and then Dapper Dan runs UWE, United Wrestling Entertainment in Alexandria.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I remember Joey I used to have a podcast here about 3 years ago, and I had him as one of my guests. That's when he was first starting out his organization. And I thought that's pretty cool, man, starting it up. And
I worked for him as a fundamentals coach. I got the guys through their basics, learning how to roll, learning how to bump, get the cardio. I was part of that team, and awesome, it was an honor and a privilege.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great guy. I worked some shows with him, working for Bill Ash out of Arkansas. And before he started working down there.
I remember Joey brought that up one time during training. Yeah.
We worked some shows together down there and everything. Me and him did. Me and Joey become good friends. I talk to him every once in a while. I think his organization's doing good, man. I'm happy for him, brother. It's hard to start an organization, man. Certainly when you've been just showing up to get a paycheck every time, there's a lot more put into it, than you have to do just showing up. And he's got his wife helping him out, and his cousins helping him out and everything. So I'm proud of him, man. He's really doing a good job, is what I hear he's doing down there.
Absolutely.
So speaking of Portland, how was it like working with Art Barr?
Barr was a great guy, man. That Roddy Piper put the Beetlejuice gimmick on him too when we was down there. He put the Beetlejuice gimmick on Art Barr. That's who made Beetlejuice, and Roddy Piper. And Art Barr was working a night off, man. Working with him, he was real easy to work with. He knew what he was doing. His dad, Sandy Barr, was the referee there in Portland for years until they shut down. He was the referee there. And we worked for Don on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. And then during the week, we worked for Sandy, running his spot shows during the week. So I got to know him real well. And remember Jimmy Jack Funk? Out of World Class? He was one of his sons, too. Jesse Barr was his name.
Yeah.
He was one of his sons that too was in the business. So the whole family was in the business. They was great to work with, and a great family and real good people.
Absolutely, man. I actually have a good one. What was it like working the Mid-South Coliseum in the Memphis territory in that area, which is basically, your Jerry the King Lawler, Jerry Jarrett, the Fuller, and then the Jarrett Hill team as well.
Oh yeah, brother, it was awesome, man. Because I'll get back to Portland right quick, and I'll head that story in just a minute. I They was Don shut down to 2 days a week there because the territory was losing money. He was getting ready to shut down the company. And I told Lenny, I said, man, I can't live off 2 days a week. So he sent my stuff to Eric Embry, who was booking for Lawler down there, and Jarrett and USWA, and he sent my video to him. And they brought me in, so they called me up and wanted to know I can be there. And I told Lenny, well, I'm going to go ahead and go since y'all shutting down. So I went ahead and left and went up there to him. And it was great working with him. First I was a singles competitor when they first brought me in there. And then they brought me to the side, him and Jarrett did, and said, we need to get you a tag partner. And we've been seeing some guys, this guy named Bart Sawyer that was up in Portland with you guys. How would you like bringing him in and y'all be a heel tag team? I thought that'd be awesome, but the thing about it is Bart was never a heel before, and this was his first territory to ever work as a heel. And I'd been working heel all my career, and they brought him in, they put us together, and they put the straps on us, the titles on us, and I remember our first night working at the Mid-South Coliseum. What a great venue that was, man. It was packed. They sold out every Monday night. It was a great atmosphere. It was a wrestling atmosphere. There was a smoke-filled room, and lights were all good and dimmed. And that was another venue that everybody had worked that's been in somebody in the business. They'd worked the Tennessee territory. And I remember our night we worked against Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller. We took the straps off of them. And I remember that feeling that the way the people reacted that night, we won the title from them. How much heat we had that night and the way it sounded in that building, because it just echoed through that building for some reason. You wouldn't think it'd echo that much down through that building because it's as big as it was, but it had a good echo system in it when you hit the mat and the roar of the crowd and all that stuff like that.
Massive reverb.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. And they put the straps on us, and we just kept dropping the straps back and forth to Robert and Jeff Jarrett, back and forth on all the spot shows. We'd work Memphis on Monday nights. Saturday mornings, we did TV live on Saturday mornings. And then Sunday nights, we was all based out of Memphis, lived in Memphis, or Nashville, excuse me. And we did Memphis, which was 200 miles one way from Nashville. We did that, did TV on Saturday mornings. Then we had to be back in Nashville on Saturday night to do the Fairgrounds Coliseum. Then our Sundays was our day off. And on Mondays, we had to go back to Memphis to do the Mid-South Coliseum. Then we had Louisville, Kentucky on Tuesday, Evansville, Indiana on Wednesday, and then spot shows in Mississippi on Thursday and Friday. And we all stayed around close to Memphis on Friday night. That way we do TV that morning. We wouldn't have to make that drive from Nashville early that morning. And I'm telling you what, guys, the road trips were brutal there in Tennessee. There was some long road trips, man. Time you got out of the gym and left for the town, it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You had to leave just to get there in time. It was like 5 hours one way every night just to get there in time. It was brutal road trips, man. The mileage and the payoffs sucked, man. They wasn't paying nobody nothing, man, at all. It was bad. $40 payoffs, $35 payoffs, sometimes $50 if you was lucky. And they paid everybody in a check, and they wouldn't give me no draws hardly during the week. It was rough, man. You spend most of your money on you get 3 or 4 guys in a car, and everybody spent their money on gas because the road trips were so long, and they didn't pay mileage or nothing like that, or trans or nothing. They just paid it on a nightly basis.
Yeah,
It was just
Cody's been through that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Steve Austin when he was working down there. I remember him telling me a story about him buying a bag of potatoes and peeling them with his pocket knife. They was eating raw potatoes just to have something to eat.
Yeah,
you couldn't afford to eat. Because time you put your money in going to the gym and going to tan and getting money to go to the town and all that stuff, you was broke. It was miserable.
Yeah,
I remember one night, look, I was kind of nosy, I guess. I remember one night I was looking over Jeff Jarrett's shoulder when they handed our checks out because I was sitting by him, and he had a check for $1,500. And I thought, man, it must be nice to be a promoter's son, getting paid like that and everything.
He puts asses in seats, man.
Yeah, he did, man. And one thing about Jeff, I told him, you was a lucky guy because you got brought in this business. Your daddy always put you with veterans when you brought him in to work with you against. So he got brought up learning how to work with the best. And And just working with him, you could tell he had good training background that way. He was brought up good that way. Just the way his timing was, and his selling, and the way his work was, and his ethic about psychology, about the business, and everything like that. That goes to be a part of it. And but we dropped the straps back and forth to each other and stuff. And then Bart, we ruined our heat. God rest his soul. He'd go out after the show and start mingling with the kids and the women and everything, and being a baby face when we was heels. We weren't supposed to do that. So our run was about over with the tag titles. Eric comes up to us. Eric Emmerdine comes up to us. He goes, well, one of y'all's going to turn face. I said, well, he turned him face. He's already is one. Because he hadn't been Kayfabe or nothing like that. And so they turned him face. They ran some angles against us. We did a strap on the pole matches. We did a cage match. It was just our way of doing some gimmick matches on our way out of the territory. So one day Eric comes in there and goes, y'all want to go to Puerto Rico? And Bart didn't want to because what happened to Brody, but I went ahead and went, and that's when I went to Puerto Rico from there. And he went back to Portland and worked for some independents up there, and Roddy was running some shows up there. But it was just a brutal territory, and working around Lawler, it didn't matter who the booker was. Jerry Lawler and Jerry Jarrett always had the last say-so on who was going over and who was working against each other. They always, in the storylines that was ran, it didn't matter if the booker, and Eric told me one day, I don't even know why I'm booking this territory for, because I don't have the last say-so in it. They did, so. But they always treated me with respect. Jerry Lawler treated me with respect. He was a real nice guy to be around, and Jerry Jarrett was real business-oriented, and he taught me a lot of things about business and how to try to control my money, and I told him I can't control none because I ain't make it any. And,
For real.
yeah, but
For real, man, yeah.
that's just the way it was back then days. And then, but I learned a lot working the Memphis territory because they had us working against the Moondogs there too. They brought them in, and they had Jeff Gatto was there, Billy Joe Travis, Tom Pritchard was there. Who else was there? There was a bunch of guys that would.
Sheep herders?
Who?
Yeah, you ever got to tie up with the sheep herders?
Oh yeah, we did work with them. Yeah, Luke and Butch. Yeah, well, they were great hands, man. They were good guys, man. Real good guys, man. They it didn't matter how many years you was in the business. They treated you like you'd been in it as long as they were. They was always good and respectful.
You bring up USWA. There's been talks to the grapevine in the IWC recently that they are looking to resurrect the USWA. And I actually look forward to it. I really hope they bring back the tradition that USWA brought to Southern professional wrestling. It'd be a great sight to see.
Yeah, it would, man. 'Cause I'll tell you what. That meant, first, I think before the SWA was CWA, I believe it was called Continental.
Continental.
Continental Wrestling Association. When I was working for the SWA, that's Jarrett bought Fritz's territory from him down in Dallas.
Right.
We'd go down and work in the Sportatorium on Friday nights, and then they rented us a tour bus that we all rode on. And we'd go down to Memphis on Friday nights and work there to get back on the bus to be back to work Dallas on Fridays, be back in Memphis Saturday morning TV. And that was brutal there. But Jerry said, I can't run both territories, so he just forgot about Texas and wanted to run his home state, there in Tennessee. Well, what's so good to him and his family all them years. But yeah, it was a great territory. Just long road trips.
I mean, territories were things were a lot different back in those days. Because look, I've met a lot of legends in this industry. Working alongside Joey Jackson, Dapper Dan, Danny Davis, being able to rub elbows with referee James Beard.
James Beard, yeah, that's another good one.
Black Bart.
Black Bart, God rest his soul, yeah.
God rest his soul, yeah. Because I got to see him actually a few weeks before he passed away. We did a show for Daft. And he sung the best praises of me. Like the guy that I worked, he wasn't too fond of. He even kind of like chewed me out for not putting some more work on that grade kid. But, but still, man, the man gave me a lot of respect. He was like, man, you've been doing it for this long, but yet you're losing to the new kid? Why is that? I was like, well, look, I'm just doing what the promoter paid me to do. Okay, I put the kid over, and that's that.
He always had that big dip in his mouth all the time.
Oh yeah, he's still
He's
dipping his mouth, man.
all the time. He's having
Big water coat. You can smell it.
Oh yeah, they brought him into Puerto Rico. Murdoch did to work some down there, and he'd be in the motel room just cussing Puerto Rico. I'm gonna get off this island and go back home. I'm gonna go back home with his mama.
But man, look,
Big
man,
old
I'm ready
spit
to
in
get
his
back.
mouth. He wouldn't spit or nothing. He swallowed it half the time, and
Oh, that's gotta be the worst.
yeah, it's got to be the. I don't know. I told
Oh,
Bart.
that's gotta be the worst.
I told him one night. I told Bart. I said, Bart, how does your stomach stand it, man? Smaller on stuff. And he was all, kid, I've been doing this for so long. It's like eating some candy. So
Yeah, Becky remember that big bar, this big bar of Becky.
yeah, Big Bar Becky. Yeah, that's what he was. But
I never dipped, but I've always wanted to do it. And I remember one time I tried it, just never wanted to do it again.
You're not there.
Oh man, it was like, dude, what the heck? Like I think it was my cousin. My cousin dips. He dips a lot, or used to. And he's like, yeah, you want to try? I'm like, why not? Like I just put it in there and put one in. I'm like, dude, this is disgusting. Like, oh my god, I hurry up.
In your lip.
Oh man,
in your lip.
it's crazy. Crazy.
So-
Good times.
So, how was Jimmy Hart? Because he seems kind of crazy at times, like hyper.
Jimmy Hart, I'm telling you what, little guy, he what a great mind for the business, man. He's been
Absolutely,
around.
yes.
What a great mind. He's managed everybody there is. And if you had him as a manager, you was somebody.
Greatest
You know
manager ever lived.
Yeah, he was, and he still is. Yeah, and he'll go out
Yeah,
and do.
he's still kicking.
He'll go out and do independent shows and go help put the ring up and take it down.
Yes.
You know,
Same.
imagine
You hear
that.
that, Avery Styles? You hear that?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I heard about AJ Styles.
Even legends.
Once this interview's done, we'll actually touch up on that.
We'll get to that later on.
Yeah, but
you know, I would agree. Jimmy Hart, bro. Like I met him at the Pro Wrestling 225 show in Baton Rouge, and that's the one thing he was doing. He was setting up chairs and getting ready. Like you can never truly understand why that man, after all these years, is still extremely humble.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
he loves the business that much, no matter what age he is. He says he's going to do it until he can't do it no more. You're going to have to wheel him out on a wheelchair before he stops helping.
Yeah, I met him back in 23 at a GSW down in Morgan City. And dude, so freaking nice. And I'm like, dude, you're my favorite manager of all time. Like, there was another guy I love as well, and he's a local manager. But man, come on, bro, it's Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart is easily the greatest manager of all time.
Legend, absolute legend.
Yeah, and he was always loyal. He was always loyal to the Memphis territory. That was his first territory and everything. You know, him managing Lawler, and then they ran in there with what's his name? I forget his name, but come here and did that angle with Lawler, and he managed him, and yeah, he's always been humble with that territory. But yeah, whole different person when he takes his sunglasses off, man.
Oh yeah,
you don't even know what he looks like.
It's
You can't
crazy,
even
man.
recognize him, man. He always wears them sunglasses. I'd be
Never
pitch
got a
dark
chance to see
outside.
him
Never
without
have
those
the sunglasses on.
I mean, I've watched him in WCW when he took his glasses off, like when it was an altercation or whatever, and the glasses just so happily come off, you know. But it's like I never got a chance to see him live without the glasses. So, but still, in all, seeing him in person versus on TV is so surreal. And I actually had a chance to be in front row to see that, and it's like he even fist bumped me and all that. So it was a very cool moment for me to rub elbows with Jimmy Hart, just to pick his mind and all that. Just to kind of get his mindset of you know, what he thought of the Memphis days or whatever, you know, because we had a good talk about it. And we had like about 5 to 10 minute talk about it. It's like, yeah, you know, I saw you at WCW Nitro when you managed the Faces of Fear and all that stuff, you know. So, and I really always fell in love with his work, his manager roles, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, he was. That's one thing I've learned. I tell all these youngsters that starting out, always ask the old timers for advice.
Yes.
Or have them watch your matches, man. Ask him to. Don't tell him to. Ask him to. Ask him, can you watch my match, please, and tell me what I'm doing wrong? Chew on my ass and let me know what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing right.
Yeah.
Someone will do it and someone won't. I remember one time I come back and asked Akbar, how did my match look? And he goes, I don't know, but it sounded good. So, but you can always tell if a match is good by the way it sounds, by the way the fans are reacting to it. That's one way you can tell, too.
Yeah. And I've even noticed, like, even at the wrestling shows down here, they have some of the guys in the back that just kind of peep through the little curtain just to kind of watch the match, see, okay, how's everything going? What's the crowd acting like and all that stuff. Cody's one of them, you know. He'll be the one, or he'll just sit by me just randomly, like, oh yeah, how's the match going? Like, Jack, what the heck are you doing? You know,
right. I'm just doing podcast coverage, my guy.
Yeah, it's like, what the heck?
I always like to watch everybody's match, see what the moves they're doing and everything that they're doing.
Yeah,
you don't have to go and follow. You don't have to go and do the same match.
Right.
You have to do the same match over and over again, you know. That's why I always did it. But being a heel, you kind of
that's when you find out.
You kind of had to watch it when you went out in front of the public, being a heel to kill your heat, you know, and stuff like that. Sitting out in the crowd and all that stuff, watching the matches. But in Mid-South Coliseum, we went up top in the bleachers, nosebleed sections, and watched the matches where nobody was up there and stuff. And important, or not important, but Dallas, they had a deal called the Crow's Nest that you set in. It was made out of chicken wire that everybody set in, and all the heels and faces all set up there and watched the matches and everything. That's where I first met Bradshaw, JBL, at when he was first starting out.
Oh, man.
He had that big cowboy gimmick on, that big long-legged cowboy gimmick he had on, that Texan gimmick he had when he first went to New York,
When he was just named Bradshaw.
He was just Bradshaw,
Man, he could work stiff, man. I work snug, but he works stiff, man. I'm telling you. But
that clothesline stiff, bro. Like he's trying to take your head off. That is not. Boom! It's just no. You about to get it. Plain and simple.
Yeah. And his first thing I'll tell you, this ain't ballet, kid. Watch out for the clothesline.
Absolutely.
I say that still to this day. He still says that.
But
like, he's popped up here and there for independent shows, like
I've seen him. Seen him up in he was up in St. Louis working for Herb Simmons on a couple shows. They brought him up there. Nice. And he worked against some of their local guys up there and put them over and stuff. He really worked good. He just brought a lot. They brought Ron Simmons in with him too. He did some shows with him as APA. Yeah, they had them up there and everything. So
I met Ron Simmons and JBL a few years ago, back in 22 at a wrestling convention down in Gonzales, and some of the nicest dudes. And I've heard so many reports online about how JBL is in person and how much of a quote unquote douchebag he is. Not even close. The man is nice. He is one of the nicest dudes you will ever meet. Plain and simple. I was going in there with low expectations, and then he saw my two belts I had at the time. I had a TNA or Impact Wrestling World title on one shoulder and the classic WCW title on the other shoulder. And he looked at me and he's like, "Hey, look, it's Nikki Two Belts. You got two belts? Oh, what's your name, kid? Nikki. Oh, no, Nikki Two Belts."
Oh, damn.
And I'm just like, dude, this is awesome. And he even recognized the Eddie Guerrero shirt I had. And I'm like, well, I wore that for you because I want to kind of talk about, Eddie Guerrero and all that stuff. And your feud with Eddie Guerrero, and it's like, man, just to sit there and hear it from JBL is freaking awesome.
Yeah, he's changed a lot. He's mellowed out a lot in his older age. When he worked for Vince up in WWF at the time, they said he was pretty stiff and hardcore back then, and fought with everybody in the dressing room. That's why they made that Raw for Raw deal. They had that boxing match. They had him because he come in there and told everybody he kicked their ass, and everybody in the dressing room, "I'm gonna kick your ass."
You must have watched the Dark Side of the Ring episode. Did you watch Dark Side of the Ring?
Yeah, I watched that one too. Yeah.
That was great.
Tales from the Territories had some good tales as well.
Yeah, I like the Territory deal. Yeah, they got some good ones too. But yeah, back the Territory days, man, are gone, man. I don't know if I've been asked if it'll come back to Territories again, because I was told by Bill Ash years ago that it switches around. It changes cycles every so many years. You'll see it. and you're seeing all these independents starting to run in different states now. So maybe it might be coming back to the territories.
It's more.
Yeah, I feel like.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like judging from what you were saying there, it does. It does tend to fluctuate. But see, here out like in the South, there's actually like Texas has their own little groups. Like they have their federations that will work together. You know, you'll have like Texas style wrestling up in the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Yeah.
Then you got Dogtown Championship, which is in San Antonio, and then you like those two federations will work together alongside being an NWA affiliated company. You know, so anytime you'll see the NWA affiliation tags on them, you'll see them cross talent for shows, and I see that a lot often. And see here in Louisiana, it's kind of similar because you'll see guys from Pro Wrestling 225 work at GSW, Gulf States Wrestling, and then you'll see some guys with Wildcat Entertainment coming to 225 or GSW or Frontier All Star or soon to be Southern Crown, which is going to be coming up real soon. But yeah, you'll see federations work together and share talent and do cross shows like joint shows to where, hey, you know, it could work out like small partnerships here and there to where it puts a few more butts every 18 inches. Because some of the talents that you don't see on this one is going to show up here, and some that don't work here are going to show up there. Yeah, I think it's a really great idea, honestly, to the sharing of talent. LWA, Joey Jackson, he's got guys that are working in. He's got guys like Jay Smiles. He's got guys like Hunter Law, Big Ramp, a great manager here in the Louisiana area. And he's straight out of New Orleans. That boy, like it's hard to mess with a 504 homeboy.
Oh yeah,
you know he's one of the most recognized management names in the South. You know, I mean, not only does he work in the Gulf Coast, but he's been, you know, he works up in the Northeast. He goes to the West Coast. He's been
just about everywhere.
Up and down these roads, just like any other wrestler will. You know, and I love that about what's happening in independent wrestling. But, you know, it's, like you said, it's very touch and go. It's in waves.
Yeah,
so I definitely agree.
Yeah, I know. I remember back in the days, you go from one state to another, just working them territories, man. You could just give your notice and already be booked somewhere else in about 3 weeks, you know. I remember another territory I worked with in Kansas City for Bob Geigel. That was a good territory to work, too. And, you know, he was president of the NWA and everything. And they brought him Flair on the weekends up there once in a while at the Memorial Coliseum up there. And I remember that's where I first met Mike George. When I was going as a mark up there, I worked some shows for him. Before Mike George even trained me, I met him up there. He was one of their champions up there, and he stayed with Geigel for I don't know how many years. And remember Christopher Love, Burt Prentice? He was another good one that he ran in Central States out of Wichita, Kansas. Yeah. That was another good little territory to work, and that was close to here in Tulsa. And so we made a road trip on the weekends and up there to work that territory too, and that was a good little territory to work. But it's nice having them small, like in Portland, it was small territory. You was home early every night, 50 miles one way. Yeah. Not like being in Tennessee where you left at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you didn't get back in about 3 in the morning from being on the road all in rough hours and have to get up and go to the gym and do it again the next day. But that's just paying your dues, brother. Being part of being on the road, man. I've learned more sitting in the backseat of a car just by listening to everybody talk about the matches and about the finishes and everything than I could learn anywhere else, just by sitting with camaraderie with the boys talking and everything and learning, like critiquing their matches and saying, well, how'd this look what I did tonight? And them actually telling you that you either look like shit or you did a good job, you know, and not getting mad about it, taking constructive criticism about it. And that's how you learn your craft, is by people telling you what you did wrong. You can always tell what you did right, but what you did wrong is you don't want to hear that, but you need to hear that.
Absolutely.
It's what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, but it definitely
brother.
helps develop what you're trying to do. Like,
it goes a long way.
It helps build the character. It helps build the character for sure.
That's right.
My first 5 years was doing exactly that, riding in the cars with the guys, listening to the conversations. Even though I had my headphones in, had my music going, I would sometimes just like pause my music and I'm listening in on these guys. You know, sometimes being a fly on the wall, sometimes being a part of the conversation, but you never know what you're going to learn until you ask a question. You know, I had to learn the hard way that the only stupid question is one that is never asked.
Oh, that's right.
Especially when it comes to professional wrestling.
Yeah, that's right, man. And never know a wrong question to ask either, man. That's what you learn, like you said, man. You got to ask some questions. I'm always asking them old timers, man, watch my match, please. Watch it. You know, tell me what I'm doing wrong. You know, tell me what I'm doing right. So, and a lot of that nowadays, a lot of the newcomers, they don't want you to tell them what they're doing wrong. They just want to go out there and think they're doing everything right and don't want to learn.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They think they know it all. They know how to knee slap, so they know it all. You know what I'm saying?
Nicolas Boucher, I hope you're hearing this.
Come on, man.
You're hearing this.
And another thing I hate about anything, I love y'all's name, World of Kayfabe, because that's the one thing about it I learned how to do is Kayfabe. And I've been on podcasts before, and they've asked me if I want to tell people what Kayfabe means. I said, no, they don't need to know what it means, man. It's Kayfabe, brother.
You gotta
It's the unwritten code of professional wrestling, man, and it's
man.
It's so watered down.
No.
Yeah, nobody Kayfabe no more, man. It's pitiful, man. They need to bring it back, but I mean, the guys riding together. I mean, we did back in the day too. We rode together, but we'd get out down the road about 5 blocks to walk through the arena, you know, and stuff like that, or just ride with the faces, and heels ride with the heels, you know.
See, luckily, Cody is a face, so there's been a few times he's been a heel, but normally we would pretty much link up, myself, Cody, and then another friend of ours. We'll just link up and hang out and all that stuff. Now, if he was a heel, I would have respected, be like, okay, well, after the show, when everybody's gone, hang out and all that stuff. That way we don't ruin the illusion and all that stuff. And I wouldn't even explain kayfabe. I wouldn't. That's like a luchador taking off his mask. Like, oh yeah, would you see a luchador without his mask? No.
No way, bro. And another thing, if you went inside of a bar or a restaurant and you was running an angle with a guy, let's say if I'm working against you and you're already in that establishment, if I walk in there, I turn around and leave and don't go in there. You was there first. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That's just respect for the person and respect for the angle that you got running and stuff. So,
and even as a fan, like, I respect that. Like, okay, there's a baby face and then there's a heel and all that. Like, even whenever if I'm at the store or whatnot, if I see one of my wrestling friends, you know, I would call them by their wrestling name. I'm not gonna call them by their real name. I'm not doing it. Like, it's just
we're not gonna shoot real quick.
For me, it's disrespectful. Like, why would you want somebody's real name to come up instead of like, oh, well, like Cody Hawkins? Okay, cool, Cody Hawkins, not Cody whatever his last name is. You know, so that's just how I am.
Remember back in the days when it had the dirt sheets that you read?
Oh, bro.
Everybody,
it was so dirty back in the day.
I'm telling you,
so bad.
It was bad, man.
So bad.
We was always sitting there. All the boys had them dirt sheets, and we was always sitting there. And I was looking up one night, everybody was reading them things, and I was like, "Are you in it this week, man? I didn't make it this week, man. You'd have to throw me in an angle or something before I get this dirt sheet."
So much.
Nowadays, man, you can't get away from that, bro. The IWC, like, everywhere, the internet, like, if you do one thing, man,
so toxic.
I feel it's worse nowadays than it was back in the day, just because it's so much access to the internet. You have so much access to what's going on, and it seems like everybody's just sprinkling stuff in the air just to get the first, the first stab at it, so they can get their numbers and everything. Like, I was the first one to break the news about this person's contract was breaking, and they're about to go and do something else now. It's weird. It's so bad nowadays,
and it's so oversaturated, man. It's ridiculous. It's like the independent scene itself, like the wrestling business itself. There's so many independent companies. And then, I mean, look, I do a podcast. I'm here with Nick here for World of Kayfabe. I run the shed, and it's, like even still, there's even wrestling podcasts that are super saturated. Yeah. There's a lot of them that lack originality, but these guys right here, this crew, tight team. And I like, I like what's going on here. Like,
yeah, you always got a good. I've
been
on a bunch of podcasts, and you always got a good tight group guys that get along real good, and y'all
flip that, Joey.
Y'all show goes real good and everything, and you got good viewers, you got good stuff. I've seen you on YouTube, you got a good thing going for you guys, man. Y'all's done good and everything, and because there's so many, it's so easy to get on a podcast if you can, because there's hundreds of pro wrestling podcasts out there. Some of them guys are down in their grandma's basement doing them. Some of them's got an outfit like y'all's doing. It looks good. Some of them shows Some of them shows their matches in the background of you when you're getting interviewed. They'll have their matches in the background, shows and stuff. But
hey, look, man, I like
little things, man. Some little things.
I love how
the little things, man. But it's all good in the long run. It's all still good. You know what I'm saying?
But I think overall, I think. It's because it's like, I mean, for me, I'm an anime guy. I'm a big video game guy as well. But it's funny how wrestling is now more mainstream, I think, than it's ever been, just because of, it's like we talk about WWE a lot because they're always looking for the moment. They're looking for that big surprise or that big just viral moment. And I think nowadays with pop culture just being so ever important and it's becoming so popular. I mean, this is just another medium that everybody's gravitating towards, and now you are like Cody said, it is getting saturated in some ways. You got a lot of people who are just hopping in out of nowhere. I've seen guys nowadays, it seems like, oh yeah, they talk about wrestling. I'm like, when the heck did you start liking wrestling?
Exactly.
In the last maybe 5 years since COVID got started, when did you like wrestling? And of course, they'll pull out the old school names, but they're not going to see guys like you that's been in this business for so long and know all these guys from back in the day and know the history of, like, Bruiser Brody and Cactus Jack's first match and everything. They're not going to know any of those things. Nick is somebody I know, and Cody as well, and Joey too. They all, we've tracked stuff down way back in the day. We're trying to go and uncover the most grimy, the most sought after information possible from 50 years ago, because we just want to know it, and it's important. But the business is important to this group. Not all of us are professional wrestlers or used to be professional wrestlers, but we love this business. And we love what it's done for our childhood. It's done for what we love in general. But it is oversaturated. It is very much of a cash grab, almost, I could say.
Yeah, I know. That's why I like to be on these podcasts, to get to talk about my career and get to talk about the guys, be around the guys, and the camaraderie around the hosts, and knowing that they love the business as much as I do. And it's just a great atmosphere to be around and everything.
Oh yeah, and we try to make this podcast as, I mean, I could say original, but it's not really original. But it's something different, and it's like what we got on the show. It's unfiltered, for one.
And it's authentic in its own way.
It's very authentic. We're not just being like, oh, this is how we on the pod, and then we're not like that in real life. No, we're literally 4 dudes, well, 3, and then a wrestler. But, 4 dudes who are normal human beings that love wrestling and support wrestling and want to continue to support wrestling, even though some companies, WWE, are going through hardships and all that stuff. And, that's just how it is with us. And it literally started with myself and Joey. We literally started this pod back in 22. And it all started on a Facebook Live when Dan, the mother effing man, that's what he was called on here, he had an idea. He wanted to post it on Facebook, like, oh, hey, this is what we're doing and all that. We just talk about wrestling. And then it's like Joey came in at the right time, and it's just the rest is history. And literally, we're about to hit year 5 next year, which is insane that we have World of Kayfabe here for 5 years,
Right, that's good, man.
I mean,
it's getting there.
It's like me at the Shed, dude. It's been 3 years with the Shed podcast since SummerSlam was my 3-year anniversary with the Shed. But I did want to ask one serious question. This is a question that you probably don't get much whenever it comes to going on shows and being asked questions. There's always there's a few legends that I've met that I've actually had conversations with, and I want to see if you agree with me. And if you do agree with me, add on to it. Okay, so there's a lot of guys that are men and women, guys like Rodney Mack, guys like Jazz, they were trained by Junkyard Dog and Hardway Rod Price, meeting guys like Mark Henry, a lot of great local, like Southern legends in their own right. And one of the things that I learned from them is whenever you get into this business, you don't realize it when you first get in, but whenever you're on your way out, the question that always hits is, do you feel like you left the business better than you came into it?
Do I feel like I left? Yeah, I do, because I've learned when I was trained real well by the two guys that trained me. I knew about everything there was to know about the business as far as being trained, doing a promo, Kayfabe, and there was getting into the business, but I didn't know all of the business. There's more things to learn.
You never really learned everything, right?
You haven't learned everything. You learn something new every night. Every match, you learn something different. It don't matter if it's 5 minutes out there or 2 minutes out there or 30 minutes out there. You're still going to learn something from your opponent or just from yourself. You learn what moves you can do anymore. That's why the reason I got out of it, because I've had 13 surgeries and my body's got so stiffened up that I couldn't get in there and move around the ring like I used to anymore. And I didn't think it was fair to my fans or my opponent getting there. Plus, it wasn't fair to me because I was going through all them. It was just rough, man. It was miserable. That's one reason I retired, because I just couldn't do it like I could do it before, and I didn't think it was fair to everybody, plus myself, so that's why I retired. But yeah, you can never learn too much, man. Every day you learn something. It's basically like a regular job. You learn things too, but as far as being in this business, I come out of the business knowing a lot more than I did going in. You know what I'm saying? Inside and outside of the business.
What was the worst injury you had in your wrestling?
I had a pectoral. I tore my pectoral muscle down in Puerto Rico. I clotheslined this guy, and he grabbed my arm and went back, and he tripped and went the wrong way, and it ripped my pectoral muscle off my shoulder. And my arm turned black and blue from my shoulder all the way down to my forearm or my wrist. And I remember doing that. I flew back to the state. I about waited too long to get it operated on, and I finally got back to the States and got it operated on, but they didn't give me no time off down in Puerto Rico. I still worked hurt, man. They had a doctor to come to you and gave you a bottle of pain meds, some syringes, and you gave yourself a shot every night before you went to the ring. That's all they did for you. That was the worst injury I've had.
It's crazy.
Was that pectoral muscle rip, man? I'm telling you, I ripped my bicep, and that pectoral muscle was the worst thing I had, because you couldn't slam nobody. Every bump you took hurt. And it's like having shoulder surgery. That's the worst surgery you can have, too, because there's no way to get comfortable when you're trying to rest. Is with that shoulder all jacked up, man. And everything. One thing I haven't had to operate on is my back yet. My hips are about ready to get cut on, but other than that, everything else has been pretty well taken care of. But I just got so stiff that I couldn't get around like I used to, and I thought it was just unfair to everybody. And that's one reason. And plus, I didn't want to go out there and look like a phony or look like somebody that I didn't want to go out there and overdo my welcome where people saying, "Man, you need to retire." You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
it's time for you to go down the road and do something. Be a booker or do a podcast or do something besides go out there and try to work.
Or become a trainer, even start a school, man. Even though you're not in the same capacity as you were, like in the words of Gorgeous Joey Jackson, I can't rooster like I used to, he pivoted, and what he was able to do and bring up, because whenever him and Dap started UWF, because it was the northern and southern branch, and then they parted ways. Dap kept UWE, and then Joey founded LWA. I think Joey has done an outstanding amount of work in a short amount of time. And to know that he even understood that same concept is used. I can't rooster like I used to, but I can push the future.
That's it, brother.
And I couldn't be more happier for what he's done for the Louisiana wrestling industry.
Oh, me too, man. I'm proud of him.
Hell, he even worked a match a couple months ago, right? He worked at the Heartland Heat against Hunter Law.
I've seen that on the internet. Yeah, You can tell he hadn't been in there a while, but he still had it. You never forget it. You still got it. Once you got it, you got it. You never forget it. It's like riding a bike.
It's like riding a bike. That's right.
Yeah, same thing, man. It's like riding a bike or going and finding your rat. So you never forget how.
So let me ask you this: do you watch the current product?
Yeah, I do every once in a while. I try to anyway. I watch a lot of NXT.
Hey.
Here where I live at Tulsa, they got their own NXT channel on the cable station, so it's 24/7 NXT. I watch that.
What'd you think of Booker T's commentary?
Oh, he does a good job, man. I think he does anyway.
He's a riot, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's a riot. Yeah, he's a riot. But yeah, he's got his own podcast too, I think.
Yeah, he does.
Hall of Fame podcast.
Yeah, something like that. But he does that commentary, and I think he did it up for Vince too. I believe he did, didn't he?
Yeah,
I know JBL did, but
they both did. So Booker T used to commentary for SmackDown and Raw.
SmackDown, right?
He started out SmackDown, then eventually he went to Raw, and then now he's at NXT. And now Booker T also has his own wrestling company as well down in Houston.
Yeah, I know.
Reality of Wrestling, ROW.
Right there in Clarence's backyard.
And dude, the talent that comes out of that school is unreal.
Before I retired, I got to work a couple shots for ECW. They brought me up there and stuff.
Nice.
When Raven was up there, which I knew him from Portland, and then the Sandman. He was in Tennessee. They brought him in there before he had his Sandman gimmick. He used to come out the ring with a surfboard and a wetsuit. And that's how his gimmick was before.
I don't remember that one.
He had the sunscreen on his nose.
Yeah, he had sunscreen on his nose.
He was a beach ball,
we rode up down the road. He had no gray van that we rode up and down the road with and stuff. And he was a character. And they brought him in there to work against Lawler, and he was green. He didn't know what he was doing either. And he told me I heard him on a podcast one time saying, Doug Masters taught me how to drink a 6-pack of beer, smoke a couple of joints, and go in and work a main event against Jerry Lawler.
Crazy.
And I said, okay, I thought you did well, didn't I? I was like, yes.
Hell yeah.
Do you watch AEW?
Yeah, I watch AEW, but once in a while, they got half their talent sitting at home getting paid. They got so many people on the roster.
Man.
Crazy how much money that guy's got wasted.
We got our all-in predictions that's coming up this Sunday. We're about to do our predictions for All In. I don't know if you want to stick around with us or not. I know it's getting kind of late and everything, but I was wondering if you want to stick around, hang out with us, and have some predictions of your own.
Well, I can't tonight, brother. I can get up early in the morning, but I would if I could. Maybe I come back in another day and do it with you something.
More than welcome.
Absolutely. Of course, you're always welcome. Always welcome, man.
Yeah, that's one thing that keeps me young is being on these shows. Huh?
Just be sure to hit us up and let us know when you want to come back in.
All right, brother. I will, man. Yeah, I try to stay on these podcasts as much as I can, and I did 8 last month. It was pretty cool. But I got one on the 8th. I got one next month on 8th for it's called It's Not podcast. I don't know what that's about, but they hit me up. It's called It's Not. That's all it's called. It's Not. It's Not podcast.
It's different.
It's out of Australia.
Oh yes.
Their time. It's 7:30. I got to do it at 7:30 in the morning, my time. Because it's 8:30 in Australia time, so they want to know if that'd be all right.
Drink some coffee on that one, man. You got to drink.
Yeah, or just stay up all night and make it like I used to. So, but yeah, man, y'all's got a good thing you're doing down there, and thank God for podcasts, getting us out there and telling our stories about everything. It's the best thing that's happened in this business. Getting out there and telling everybody their stories, what they did.
This podcast actually helped me meet some of my best friends. I mean, Joey being one of them, and then the goof with the anime hat definitely being one of them, because we damn near talk just about every night, and you'll hear me crash out about wrestling or whatever, or vice versa.
Ooh. And those crash outs are legendary too.
I had a podcast had a podcast about 4 years ago. The format the company I was working for that was running it for me was out of Florida.
Yeah.
And they come in and change their format and drop the sports format and put everything religious and something else. So that's why I quit my podcast. Mine was called the Kayfabe Corner.
Hey, nice.
Pretty Boy Doug Masters Kayfabe Corner. I ran it for about 3 years, and I had pretty good viewers and stuff, but I brought in a lot of old timers, and I loved it, man, because I got to talk to them again, I hadn't seen them in years, and all that stuff, and I always had some good, interesting guests on there and stuff, so we didn't do virtual like we're doing now. I just did audio like Steve Austin does his, but I've been thinking about starting mine back up again and all that. If I do, it's going to be audio and virtual this time. So
that's how we are. We're audio and video as well.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you want to hear the audio version of this podcast, check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you can find all your favorite podcasts, whatever. Be right here. Well, mainly on Spotify. But anyway, a little shameless plug there. But yeah, like I said, we try to be. Like I said, we're 4 normal dudes, and we try to have fun on here. And that's the main goal on this pod. It's just to have fun and laugh and all that good stuff and joke and all that good stuff.
Just like the wrestling business, just like being in the ring, you got to have fun. Yeah. If you're not having fun, it's not worth doing anymore if you're not having fun doing it, man.
And there was a point in time we had that where it was kind of starting to get to just me specific. Originally, I was going to be the one that was going to step down for the pod. But then Joey just decided, you know what, we're just gonna take a little break. We'll come back whenever we come back. And New Year's Day of 2026, we came back after a little bit of a hiatus, and it was just we were pumping stuff out for 3 years straight. We were pumping stuff out, and then it was like we were live every Thursday or Wednesday. Like there was times we were live every Wednesday, there was times we were live every Monday. So on and so forth. So it was starting to get a lot. It was starting to get exhausting. It was like, man, look, we gotta step down. We gotta take a break from this. So yeah, to come back on here, and now we're doing it bi-weekly instead of just full time, but like every week. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's definitely a mental breeze and all that stuff. And like I said, we all got jobs and whatnot. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's one thing I told everybody. How many people can go to work every day and just love going and doing what they do for a living? You know what I'm saying? That's how the business was to me. I just love getting up. I didn't care how tired I was, how long I was on the road, or how many miles I had to drive or whatever. But I always loved doing it, and it always was good to me, and I was always good at it. So I got returned back to favor. So
yeah, and it is awesome that you was able to come on this pod. I tell you that.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate the invite and everything. And like I said, I'm putting you guys over. Y'all's got a good deal y'all's doing, and keep up the good work, man. And if I hear if anybody want to be a guest on the show, I'll turn them your way, man.
Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate that.
Nice.
I got your number and your email and all that stuff, so I'll just hook it up to them and tell them. I'll give you all a call ahead of time and let you know what's going on and tell you I'm sending down there and stuff. But there's a lot of guys. There's an organization here in Tulsa called Wrestling for a Cause. They do benefits for people with cancer and all kinds of diseases and stuff. And they got some good talent there. And I've been thinking about taking a couple of them as a tag team down to Puerto Rico and being a manager. And
there you go.
I think I could still do that, but I had to get a bottle of bleach out and bleach my hair back out blonde again. Nobody knows who I am like this, but
get you a nice 3-piece suit McCain, my man. Trust me.
That's it, brother. Just go out there and fake it till you make it. You know what I mean?
Well,
take over the world.
Well, final thought before we wrap this up, after that we'll have our all-in predictions as well. But anything else you want to say before you leave?
Yeah, I'd like to have all the fans out there listening to us to support your independent promotions that's out there running right now, because there's a lot of them, and that's the only way they're making. That's the only way they're making any money is by you putting your asses in the seats and coming and watching the shows.
Amen.
Support your indie wrestlers, and God love the wrestling business, and hopefully it'll last forever. Hopefully it gets better than what it has been, and comes out of I call it coming out of retirement. Maybe back in the territory days, it'll start back again. Who knows?
Now, before you go, is there any way anybody on here could reach out to you? Do you have any social media? Do you have any way to get in contact with you?
Yeah, you can email me at heelwrestler123@gmail.com. I've got my own YouTube channel now called Pretty Boy Doug Masters YouTube channel. You can tune in on that. It's got all my matches, all my podcasts I've been on, all my interviews. It's got majority of all the matches I've had and all that stuff. This one guy I know put it together for me. I'm on Instagram and on X and all the social media outlets. I'm usually on there and talk to people and yeah, man, just like I said, if you support your indie wrestlers and support the wrestling business.
Amen. Well, look, thank you so much for your time. I know it's very late. I know you have to go to bed. We do appreciate you coming on this pod, talking about your career and all that good stuff. And if you ever want to come back and hang out with us, man, on this pod, just let us know, man. We definitely appreciate you and everything.
I appreciate the invite, and God bless y'all. Y'all's doing a good job, and keep up the good work, man. It's nice talking to y'all.
Thank you.
It was nice meeting y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, nice talking to you.
You too. Bye.
Wow, B.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, look, it's always good to be able to hear from that generation of professional
absolutely.
wrestling, because like I brought up Joey Jackson, I brought up Dapper Dane, Danny Davis, I brought up quite a few guys that he shared a ring in a locker room with throughout his career. And I seen his face light up whenever I brought those names. He's like, hey, I remember working those guys.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. It's a breath of fresh air for me to try to help along with that because of the people that I've met through my career as well.
But yeah, now your boy is have an official mullet. So break out the Billy Ray Cyruses. Break out all your cards, ladies and gentlemen. The boy got that mullet. It's getting there, ladies and gentlemen. And I just felt like wearing a cowboy hat tonight. So this is, I guess you could call this part the After Dark special that never started.
The After Dark special.
But no, please check out Doug Masters. Dude's a gentle soul. He's an absolute awesome dude. Go check him out. He has his own YouTube channel. He's got all his social media stuff. Give him a follow. Check him out. You don't want to miss out on his stuff, man. It's good stuff. That's how I pretty much watched the Cactus Jack and his match. I believe it was. Well, yeah, it was on YouTube. So I watched that before we did our stuff, and I see Joey's fixing up everything.
Yeah, when we go from 5 to 4, it has to be adjusted.
Of course,
it's live, pal.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, it's live, pal. But yeah, no, it's great to have someone like him. That's old school, and to pretty much explain how the business was during the territorial days. For ones who don't know who he is. But yeah, definitely would love to have him back on the show.
Yeah, it's good to get the stories recorded because they're not going to be around forever.
Exactly. Now, what you trying to say, Cody?
I could probably hit up Tommy Pantera as another one of our guests because I brought up Tommy Pantera to him as well while he was talking about his time in the Oklahoma territory.
You acknowledge me.
That'd be another good person to talk to about the business, especially because they come up from around that same era.
Switching gears before we
go
on our all-in stuff. For those of you who have Netflix, if you don't have Netflix, it's okay. But if you do have Netflix, and if you pre-ordered GTA 6,
oh jeez,
I did.
Oh, good God!
They uploaded the videos on YouTube, so you don't need Netflix now.
It don't matter. It's not as authentic as Netflix one is. All right.
That gameplay footage is insane.
Oh, brother! they basically
just
passed over Red Dead. They just basically passed over Red Dead.
It don't matter.
Y'all didn't know that.
Cowgirls have a big booty like Lucia does. Go ahead. I'll
they
wait.
basically, they just passed over Red Dead because Red Dead's a Rockstar game already. That's they even said it. Like CyberLeak even revealed that in a bit of a cryptic
that guy.
status.
That's why his crypto coin is blown out to.
Then he got arrested on top of that.
No, he's still free.
Oh, he's still free. Oh, I think
he's still
is
free.
he? Okay.
I didn't realize he was Akon's a fan too. I thought it was like some guy with a V Vendetta mask and everything. Not necessarily a mask, but that type of shit. Exactly, like that type of stuff.
Before we go to AEW All-In predictions and stuff, I actually wanted to bring up because, I know we've seen it online. We've seen the websites. We've seen the updates. We have a couple of releases and a couple of signings in the last couple of weeks. Ilya Dragunov has been, he's no longer even in the alumni section. Johnny Gargano as well. But we also... it's his contract went up. He just didn't renew.
He's moved to the alumni section?
But did he move to the alumni section?
That I didn't get, but I did see on Fightful that his contract is up. And, depending on if it's up for renewal, it could have changed in the last, week. But also, you've seen on Friday Night SmackDown the arrival of Hiromu Takahashi.
Yes.
That is awesome.
That was great.
And by the
way, fuck Sami Zayn.
So you've seen the arrival of
shit.
And the arrival of Zilla Fatu at NXT after. I was really happy to see that one.
Yeah, we already covered that overrated.
I don't know about y'all, but I was hyped whenever Zilla Fatu showed up.
I'm sorry, the Nepo Oos.
Overrated
Oos. The Nympho Oof.
Trust me.
He's a Nympho.
I'm sorry, but
I said
I'm sorry, but Zilla's had a better independent run than any of his Samoan brethren in the last decade or so.
Obviously.
Because we're on the independents. Nobody was on the independent except for Jacob.
There was a few.
I'm about to say, Jacob. Yeah, Jacob's
the only real one. That's because
that's what I'm saying. But
that's why that was the argument.
Hell of a prolific run.
That was the main.
But that's the argument I have with Zilla being signed. People are mad. They're like, "Oh, it's another Samoan," and then they're like, "It's a Nepo baby." I'm like, okay. Y'all don't call Dominic Mysterio a Nepo baby. He hasn't wrestled anywhere else other than WWE.
Well, that's a third of the. As you see, that's a third of the wrestling business right now with second and third generation wrestlers.
Right.
So
what do you
expect? Second and third generation wrestlers, Nepo babies.
But Dom's been in the business since 2005, so he's a legend.
I'm about to say, he's been a legend. Well, no, not even that. He was in there in 2003. What you talking about?
I don't know I don't know the exact years. I can't remember. I have bad time remembering years.
Nah. Zilla put his time in.
Zilla absolutely put his time in. Let's be fair enough.
Unlike Avery,
they did
Avery Styles.
And Mr. They did play, during Raw. They played a Zilla Fat. During Raw, they played a Zilla Fat 2 promo. So it seems like they're gonna move him up quick.
They're gonna get him ready for. They want him ready for Survivor Series.
Survivor Series, right? Yeah, dude.
I'm about to say, he's gonna go to war.
Okay. And then speaking of that, what do y'all think of the situation with Bayley right now?
So far, it sounds like she's re-signing. From what it seems like,
it is possible.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate the disrespect that woman has gotten over the last honestly 2.5 to 3 years.
I agree.
The last few years has been bad for Bayley.
But
after she got that world title, it was bad.
But my problem is that with Bayley is there's not much more she can do. At least accomplishment.
She can win the U.S. title. She can
and she can do that.
Just
but my thing is that you push. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Too stupid.
No, but Bayley, could be winning the Intercontinental Championship or the women's U.S. title and rock and roll with that. But we push Becky Lynch like it's nobody's business. Like I saw a guy, no offense to him personally, I can't remember his name, but I see him all the time on like my feeds. But he was talking about how Becky Lynch is probably the best women's wrestler that can push somebody up. Like she's the woman that you want to be in a feud with to raise you up. And I'm like, who? Why?
Are you talking about Mr.
Fuck
Tess?
that woman.
Yeah, Tess.
Fuck Becky Lynch. I hope you realize this. Fuck that woman. That woman sucks. She's no good no more. It's not 2018, 2019 anymore. She's irrelevant now.
She
is falling down to the number 3 table. Go sit your ass at number 3 table.
Her quality of matches
number 1 right now. And
quality of matches she puts on doesn't work anymore. It's the quality of her is not as good as it was 4 years ago.
Ever since she came back from pregnancy, she's been kind of like stick thin, where she looks anorexic.
Well, it's not even that, but she's too choreographed.
Right, like she's too WWE.
But that's half the company right now.
So
it's too choreographed.
I believe that. Now, whenever it comes to Bayley, though, I mean, she could take herself a break because, quite honestly, there's an old adage in the wrestling business that goes, "How can they miss you if you never go away?"
Right.
Yeah.
You know, step away, go learn a new hold, and come back.
I think
so
Bayley
maybe it could be time for Bayley to just take a back seat, go work at the Performance Center, help out the NXT roster, go along and help with them, help build them up, and whenever WWE says, "Hey, we would love for you to come back," boom, out of nowhere, Bayley returns, huge pop. If she gets a Kevin Owens pop on her return, that would be nuts.
Yeah, I think especially with the women's rosters now. I won't say it's over bloated, but it's starting to get bloated. I mean, we just saw
it's saturated. It's very saturated.
You now saw what's her name? Lola Vice is now being promoted up.
She's about to come in.
Yeah, she's coming in now. So
that's a huge defeat if you book a T.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Booker T. That's
the
last one.
Well, they got Nikki Blackheart or whatever her name is.
Nikki Blackheart. And, hey, Miss Parker. Don't forget Miss Parker now.
Yeah, but she about to possibly move up now. She's about to go to the main
roster too.
She about to get moved up.
Because you got Nikita Lyons still holding it down at Evolve right now.
Okay,
look, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest about that woman. Why they have not released her yet?
Right.
Whatever vice grip she's got, apparently is working. Because
but I can't get George Grace on my television.
Years ago,
she's still dealing with her ankle recovery right now from her because she had to rehab her ankle, which she is scheduled to be back very soon.
She got demoted from NXT to Evolve. Then she was on LFG. For what, I have no idea.
Yeah. She literally went back down to the bottom to get back up again.
I mean, but she's still playing a part in the company. That's what matters.
Well,
it didn't really go because they also, now she's back
because of that.
Why? Because that's the main thing. See, a veteran like Natalya, like Natty, that's actually a good thing, especially if she's getting endorsed by somebody like Natalya.
Yeah. I mean, have her learn moves and stuff like that instead of just making shit.
I mean, Jordan can work, though. I mean, Jordan can work. You've seen her in the independent.
Oh yeah, Jordan's absolutely great.
You've seen her in Impact, a multiple-time Knockouts World Champion. She showed up to the Rumble as TNA Knockouts Champion.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there, in and of itself, is the WWE showing a lot of respect for her work.
But my problem the problem
that she's not on TV as much.
Well, I get that, and that's okay.
Give it some time.
Yeah, and I want to give it some time. It's kind of just like, as you said, it gives me time to miss you. And my issue is now, though, because it's in a dangerous setting because of you got you had Ilya. Ilya's been gone don't know what now. He was gone before he left. He was out for what, 6 months? Didn't hear a peep.
About 9 months.
Yeah, about 9 months. We didn't hear squat from him.
No.
And it's ever since he dropped the title, he was on TV for a little bit.
It was pretty much after he hit Brock Lesnar during the Royal Rumble.
Right, and then that's when it just completely fell apart. So
also, I'm sorry. We got breaking news.
What happened?
We have breaking news.
Oh.
Zoe Starks is signed with TNA.
I did see that.
Debut.
I did see that earlier today.
This happened while we were interviewing Doug Masters. She signed,
awesome.
but is now Zoe Zarino, which is which sounds like something that would be on The Sopranos.
I was like, isn't she wait? Isn't that her shoe name?
I think so.
That was actually her name on
the Independence, I think.
That was her name. But yeah, she also appeared in Impact Wrestling as Sereno back in 2020.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
It was back in 2020. So now she's gone back. I kind of saw that happening though. I legitimately saw. I was like, she's gonna go back to TNA. She's gonna go back. I was like, I don't see her going to AEW, to be honest.
No.
I like Zoe. I'm pissed off at how they treated her after she got injured. I thought that was one of the most jivest ways to handle that situation. She got injured.
That spot with Kyrie Sane that blew her knee out. Like, oh
yeah,
right.
Oh my
you
word!
Let her go still in the midst of her injury. Like that's cold blooded.
Yeah, it's crazy that when they do that stuff, it's like, have a heart. Come on.
Talking about crazy.
There's quite a few people out with injury right now. Matt Cardona's got a tricep.
Yeah, he got torn tricep. Yeah.
Charlotte Flair's got an ACL, MCL, and meniscus. Punk's got a torn tricep. Bronson Reed's
who got torn tricep?
Bronson.
No. Before that,
Punk Punk pulled the tricep.
Oh, he pulled the tricep. Okay,
he pulled the tricep. Correct. Now Bronson Reed. Now, if you've seen Bronson's socials, dude, he
lost a lot of weight
exponentially. I cannot wait till his return.
Talking about injuries. Joey, how are you doing, bud?
I'm doing pretty good.
I saw that you had the Band-Aid, the colorful Band-Aids.
I was riding my bike and I was doing an S-turn in a curve on this newly asphalted path, and my tire just skidded out. Was able to avoid my tire slamming into the utility pole, but my hand was on the brake and it caught the utility pole at like 15 miles an hour. So,
man, you're supposed to kayfabe that. You're supposed to say, man, I had got into a match with a staple gun and then I accidentally
You should just kayfabe the shit out of it.
So,
like, oh yeah.
So they like
JBL stiff clothesline the shit out of me.
So I thought that I would be able to bandage my hand up and just go to the store like I planned to do. But I poured water on my hand, and all of a sudden I just saw like this big old skin flap on my ring finger. And so I had to go to the ER, and they glued my skin back.
Yeah. Instead of just stitching it, they just glued it back.
That medical grade liquid stitch. Yeah, man, that's.
I love how Cody just has the logo, and then he's like somewhere else.
I'm looking up stuff right now, but I'm also waiting on my stuff.
You should have had the picture that I sent you. Put that as a background.
By the way,
I downloaded all three of them from the chat, so I just picked that one.
No. I sent you some on Facebook.
Oh gosh.
Oh shoot! Okay, well I'm going to take a look at that.
Take a look at it real quick. Just take a look at it real quick. I want to hear your reaction.
Oh goodness! Also,
that's what you looked like earlier tonight.
Also, injury-wise, and she announced her retirement. Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah.
She announced her retirement as of today after.
I was just about to get into
that. Yeah, that
was it. Torn ACL.
Yeah.
Torn ACL. And she had like a few other stuff.
Yeah, she's like, I can't keep doing this. I'm too broken at this point.
She's been in the business for so long.
Hell yeah!
On top of that,
man, she's a legend. She's an absolute legend, bro. Like People don't
The
understand.
women's wrestling, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Especially with Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor being multiple-time Ring of Honor Women's World Champion.
Oh, women's.
Glow, right?
Wow.
Yeah, women. Yeah. Matter of fact, there's
not Glow, but I think Wow. Yeah, Wow. She was Wow. I know that.
Women of Wrestling, yeah. Matter of fact, Micah Madrid is another talent that I've been watching on Wow a good bit. From Texas, bro. She's a great talent. I think she's part of a tag team as last I checked.
I'm not gonna lie. So that Stephanie Vaquer cosplayer posted some new pictures. Oh my god! Oh my
chat, yo. the chat went crazy for that one for a bit.
Dog. No.
Chat went crazy.
Dog, I felt like Ric Flair about to go to Space Mountain, bruh. I was all jacked up.
Are you talking about the video where she walked up to the table, or are you talking about the photo shoot that she just did?
The recent one. The
photo shoot.
Yeah, the black outfit where somebody put a photo caption of SpongeBob licking a certain area.
Yeah, that was
yeah, you.
I thought that was Stephanie at first, and then I was like,
Yeah, that one.
That was insane.
I sent you that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Do?
So apparently, Ric Flair's not doing
the cosplayer's a little more kid.
That's what you need to be putting in bubble wrap, because we lost Dolly Parton.
No, shoot, JR
lost Dolly Parton. We lost Tim Curry, and then today we lost the voice of Optimus Prime.
Yeah, Mr. Cullen. Yeah.
We also lost the actor from Menace to Society. We also lost two singers that
Don't Be a Menace?
Yeah.
No, not Don't Be a Menace. Menace to Society.
Oh, Menace to Society.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we lost
Don't Be a Menace to Society while drinking your juice in the hood. Not that movie.
Yeah, not that.
Yeah, that movie is fucking awesome.
We lost two singers from Motown, I think, between yesterday and today. No, the day Dolly died, and like that. Like
well, Tim Curry died the same day as Dolly, but they didn't want to announce it to the next day.
And then
apparently we lost the lead singer of the Village People.
Yep.
How you know that is crazy.
Oh, and then ZZ Top's the drummer for ZZ Top died just a few days ago. He died.
And Hayden Panettiere.
Yep. Yeah. And then one of the Harlem Globetrotters died this afternoon. I'm like, dog, Thanos is out here snapping his fingers after he got out of jail and just
No. Dr. Doom. It's Dr. Doom, buddy. Dr. Doom.
Look, all I know is I need to talk to the Grim Reaper right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then it was at the start of the month. Dory Funk Jr. died. You know.
Oh yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
But I know what's not gonna die. My passion of getting that body pillow from WWEshop.com.
All right. Another news. AEW this weekend. AEW.
Because you know what's gonna happen. When I get that, I'm gonna wrap it right here on what I Kayfabe.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know if we can show that.
Yeah.
The damn body pillow or whatever.
I'm gonna be our truth market, bro. I don't even know if that's PG.
PG, yeah. Like, for real, bro.
But yeah, we have AEW All In that's going to be happening this Sunday. I wonder if it's going to be during the morning for us.
Yeah, it'll be in the morning. The All In, the buy-in show was like 11:30 or 10:30, and the regular shows at.
Apparently, we're having a trios championship match during the buy-in. Rumor has it.
Yeah, it'll be the Dogs versus Hangman and Brodito, Conglomeration, the Man versus Big Bang Gang, Death Riders, and then a wild card, which is obviously going to be Swerve and the New Day.
The Screw Day. Because they're about to be doing some screwing.
And Tony Khan had said that match will most likely lead on to the pay-per-view, which means it definitely will. They've done that before where they've had the match they've had it where the match just continues on from the pre-show to the actual main show.
It's lit. How many teams are in this match? It's 1, 2,
7.
3.
There's 7.
Crazy work.
5, 6, 7.
Claire, there's 7. Good God, I'm still saying there's 7.
I'm looking through like all these names. I'm like looking through all these names. Like,
stupid.
Damn, who's talking? Oh,
Did any of y'all catch Death Before the Dishonor this past weekend?
I saw it. By the way, fuck Action Andrade or whatever his fucking name is. Action Andrade.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Matter of fact, fuck Hook. Hook can suck on my hook. Fuck that dude.
Why you mad at him for?
Because Leo Rush got fucking robbed. You understand me?
Did he?
The rain got destroyed. And he had a badass Sabu tribute. That shit was sick.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah,
dude, that chair spot in the corner. If that wasn't Sabu's spirit hovering around, bro, I don't know what is.
I wonder why Donnie hasn't watched us in a while. That's crazy. Anyway,
I'm stuck watching this Buried Alive match.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You see, listen to Doug. Stop putting wrestling matches behind you.
I was watching it earlier beforehand.
Stupid!
And I just left it on.
But it's like, yeah, this is my match now. I was wrestling from back in the day. You just don't know, man. I'm 36 years old, and I used to wrestle back when I was 16.
I was Mankind back in the day. Y'all didn't know.
I was Mankind before Mankind was Mankind.
Let me take off my mask.
The dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. We got.
Who y'all think this wild card is gonna be though in this match? Who y'all think the wild card is?
You want me to tell you who's not going to be?
Who?
The Hart Foundation.
Foundation.
The Hart Foundation
With Owen Hart. No, I'm joking.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Fudge.
I'm trying so. I try so hard every night to get Clarence to cuss, and he'll never do it. He'll never do it. He'll say fudge. He'll say fudge or shizzle. He won't say shit. He'll say shizzle. Damn, it's Snoop Dogg over there. Good God. No,
I'm just wondering who's going to be in this thing.
It's going to be the Screw Day.
But who's the third?
Swerve.
They've been teasing it.
Big E.
I've been kind of trying to keep up. I've been trying to catch up.
We're gonna have the New Day, but we're gonna put Swerve Strickland in a unicorn horn.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird.
They're gonna be twerking. So weird. They're gonna come out of a cereal box. They all gonna be looking like anime. They're gonna have Swerve Strickland twerk
for the past
down the ramp.
For the past few weeks, Swerve has been teasing, and recently they did a tease that anybody was welcome in the match, and Swerve was like, "Anybody? Are you sure about that?" You know, and so yeah, it's really going to be it's looking like Xavier and Kofi.
At least drop clues though. At least be like the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega where it had Cookie Monster.
So we just gonna keep disrespecting the Hurt Syndicate, aren't we? We just gonna keep disrespecting this group, are we?
Yeah,
who's that?
Geez, it's been like probably months since Bobby Lashley's been on TV.
No, he was just recently on TV. They just started coming back on TV like the other day.
Came back.
Yeah, because they were going against the they were supposed to be helping Shane Taylor Productions, and then they could only afford him for like 5 minutes, and then they left the match. They were like,
"Ghosts, we out." and then Clarence got all bricked up during that women's tag match this past Wednesday.
Hey, look, that was a lot. Look, I thought it was a birthday going on because I saw so much cake in that ring. It was not even funny.
Oh, that's crazy work.
You know what?
Dog,
crazy work.
How about that, son of a bitch?
I thought it was somebody's birthday because I was like, yo, what's happening?
Crazy work.
That's diabolical. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to send. He sends me a picture of Persephone. I'm not going to say what I said on the text, but yeah, it was very vulgar, and
there's a lot going on.
Players didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. I just put it to you like that.
I was just like straight to just go back to jail.
Let's go to jail.
I'm throwing your ass back to
jail. Somebody hit the Friday. Damn.
But to talk about them though, they are in the match against the Brawling Birds.
Well, I'm about to say, yeah, they were both in the match. It was a 6-woman tag. It was what?
Right.
Falling Birds, and then Death by Snoo, which is the Divine Dominion. And I forget who it was. I think it was Persephone. Yeah, it was Persephone
and Dominion. Yeah, Persephone and Divine Dominion. And it was the Brawling Birds and Maya World.
Oh yeah, that was nothing but ass. No pun intended.
I don't. But speaking of that, with the Brawling Birds versus the Divine Dominion, I don't see the Brawling Birds losing in England.
I see the Brawling Birds walking out with the women's tag title.
Yeah, the Brawling Birds are
last night, and then the following night on Dynamite, we're gonna have a 3-way live sex celebration. We're gonna have Will Ospreay, Jamie Hayter, and what's the other one's name? Allison Wilde.
Windsor.
Oh, I'm sorry, Allison Windsor.
Alexis Windsor.
I think Will Ospreay might have an issue with that.
In the bed, it don't matter. In the bed, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I'm
thinking a bakery match.
Dog, if they lose, if the Brawling Birds don't win that match, I will be very, very surprised.
Yeah, I'll be definitely surprised.
I can't see.
You got to take
can't see them losing to England. They're going to win.
One at a time. God.
Sorry.
Good Lord, Cody, say what you have to say. And is it?
I would say the same thing with the Brawling Birds. Wait. Check. 1, 2. Visual check. We're good. See, I told you I gotta work off my phone right now so we can get Starlink over here.
That Frozen song. Where's that Frozen song?
This dude looked like the police just came in there and told him, "Hey, FBI, open up!
FBI, open up!" Nick being out of pocket. That's crazy.
It's frozen on my end too, so I mean.
Look here, Ebony from
it's kind of
Middlestone.
crazy though, but.
All right. So me and Clarence are picking the Brawling Birds. Joey's picking Death by Snoo.
I was saying Brawling Birds will win. I can't see them losing in England.
I thought you was going for Divine Dominion.
No, I can't see the English team losing in England.
You can't see. You'll pick those two dominatrix women? Good Lord.
Don't. I mean, look.
One's built like an Amazon. The other one looked like she could take it. I'm not.
The Divine Dominion. I want to pick them, but honestly, I just don't. They're just not going to lose. They're not. I mean, they're not going to win this match. They're not.
I say, dude,
they're not winning this match. I like Jamie. I like.
I love Jamie. I tell you that. Sure, but I don't like him more than Stephanie. I tell you that.
But Death by Snoo, they're not winning this match.
I love how you say Death by Snoo. What do you mean I was being out of pocket? What I said I was out of pocket? The Owen Hart shit?
What it is, bro.
Was I being out of pocket for the Owen Hart shit? That's what you're talking about?
You've been out of pocket since the beginning.
Oh, I mean, shit. I wasn't out of pocket for Mr. Dog Masters. I will say that. I wasn't trying to be.
You know, my honest opinion, though, whenever it comes to the Brawling Birds, though, because, I mean, you got two natives, like two sets of natives. You got the Brawling Birds going for the AEW women's titles. And then you got Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship. Is it possible that one team gets it and the other team doesn't? And Will doesn't get it. If the Brawling Birds get the tag titles, will Will Ospreay get the world title?
Nah,
I mean,
I honestly
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna save that for last. Just hold your horses. So who we got for this women's tag match?
Brawling Birds.
Brawling Birds. Cody.
Birds.
And Joey's picking
Bird is the word.
Bird is the word. Bird is the word.
Bro, that'd be fun if they wore Big Bird like attire. That'd be hilarious.
Or they came out like Coco Beware, bro, with the
No, God, no. We're not doing that. No.
That would be good, though.
Absolutely not.
That would be funny, though. That would be funny.
All right. Next up, we have the match that nobody wanted. Willow Nightingale puts her title on the line against Mercedes Moné.
She's.
We all know what's gonna happen. Spoiler alert: Mercedes Moné gonna win the title. Moving on. Gosh.
Especially since Willow Nightingale apparently has a real hand injury.
Apparently,
literally broken hand.
I'm sorry, Baxter. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
Yeah, she's legit injured.
So that my point exactly.
Which is unfortunate.
My point exactly. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. She's more than likely going to be a fucking transitional champion. You know, unfortunately, she will.
Yeah, I mean, because that injury that they had where Sasha stomped her in a hand.
Mercedes.
Mercedes, whatever. Yeah. She actually has a real injury on her hand. Yeah, that match apparently.
But we knew that she was going to be a transitional champion way back. It's
unfortunate because she does put some pretty good title matches. Because she was defending on a Collision.
Yep.
She was defending on a Collision, which is crazy. You know, she was doing a good job of that.
Because she wants to wrestle. She actually wants to defend
that. Prove the naysayer, saying that like me.
That's right.
You know, oh, she's a transitional champion, which I'm sorry, but she will be. And then she's going to have another vignette of having her mom tattoo a butt cheek, and that's pretty much it. You know? Because she's running out of options where to put the tattoos at. Well, this is my mom. She's going to put the tattoo on my butt. Because, you know, she's my inspiration and all that. Oh, shut up.
Hey, here's my neck tattoo. No.
Matter of fact, the next vignette is going to be her. The next vignette is going to be her having a tramp stand.
Gonna have the holy throat.
Oh, not the holy throat.
Yeah,
Clarence, that's not PG.
Let me say that. I'm gonna give me a neck tattoo. Guess what? It's gonna be a goat. So you're a goat throat. Hey, yo, whoa, sir. It's not even PG.
What the hell? She'll get the Japanese of goat.
It's crazy.
They can animate. So yeah, we all picking Mercedes.
Are you getting Chan Yoda?
Sorry.
If you know who Chan Yoda is, people.
Oh my god.
I mean, if you know who the wrestler Chan Yoda is from Stardom.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Your connection's cutting out pretty bad. That's why.
I do apologize.
It's actually making some pretty funny stuff and everything.
He's got that spectrum.
Yeah,
oh boy.
He's got the motion of his video at times is very 56K. Like
Clarence.
Like I got that
spectrum shit. You stick it up your butt. You understand me?
Well, I just got rid of Cox Internet because Cox and Spectrum have merged, and now I've been having outages 3 to 4 times a day. So now I'm about to go to the competitor and get some Starlink up in this bitch.
I surprisingly have not had any issue. I just wanted to lower my bill. That's it.
You know, it's funny. Like
sons of bitches.
A minute, like. At 9:15, I had like a 1 second outage. It was crazy. I'm glad that it corrected itself.
That's good. So the next match we have the AEW Continental Cup. Continental Cup Finals, which I really can care less about this match because the person that won that match, the Continental shit, should not have won it, in my personal opinion.
Well,
why?
Well, this match is going to go one way with John Moxley just targeting Nigel's ankle and destroying it, and
break it permanently. That way, he doesn't have to come back and wrestle. Well, I'm tired of Nigel. I am tired of Nigel McGuinness wrestling. It's about as equivalent as Bryan Danielson fucking wrestling. I'm tired of it.
This will be one of the rare pay-per-view matches that Moxley doesn't bleed because it's not going to be him that's taking the damage.
Bullshit. Moxley's going to find a way to bleed, buddy. I promise you that. He will find a way to bleed.
Maybe if Nigel's bone all of a sudden snaps out of his boot and cuts him on the forehead.
Get that Joe Namath thing going on.
No, I do not. I do not want Mercedes back in the WWE. That one fan does apparently on one of the episodes of Dynamite. He screamed it.
And then Mercedes accused the feds of sending in fans as plants.
I mean,
whatever.
Suck. She sucks. Anyway, yeah, that shit is busted. Anyway, yeah, we all agree. Moxley is going to be the new champ. The new champ. Going to retain the title. Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Agreed.
Okay, all right. Defend yourself. Give me, and I swear to God, it better not be, because he's from London, and he's
that's the only main reason. It makes sense.
But they're going to strap a title.
He's a great wrestler.
They're going to strap a title.
Somebody from the UK gotta lose. Okay,
but they're going to strap a title to somebody that's injured already that could be off TV for months.
Well, they're just going to do. Here's what I think they're going to do. They're going to let him win, and then Wednesday comes up, and then he's going to be like, "Yeah, I got it.
Guys, I can't do it. I can't do it."
They're gonna
pop his lid.
Yeah, we'll get like a Finn Balor situation.
Right now, the fact that you're going to go with not just because he's from fucking England doesn't mean he's going to win the goddamn
I'm sorry.
title.
The reason why I say this, if he didn't get injured, like legitimately, if he didn't get injured, I would have said more than likely, if anyone's going to lose out of the three people from London, it would be more than likely Nigel. It would be Nigel. Right. I don't see the Brawling Birds losing, and I don't see Kenny retaining. Right. Nigel would be the one to lose. But because he's injured, they're going to let him do the whole Finn Balor situation. They're going to let the man finish the match. They're going to win the match. And then he's going to drop the title on Wednesday and be like,
So wait a minute. So how can you do the Finn Balor thing when he's not going to hold the title for 24 hours?
Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. He's not. He's going to have a longer title reign for 3 days. But damn,
they have a longer title reign than Drew McIntyre.
They did it with Zack Ryder for the IC title.
Right. Drew McIntyre's 5-minute run with the World Heavyweight title.
That was one of the most disrespectful.
It was funny as hell.
That was so disrespectful.
Disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, bitch bust out laughing. That shit was funny. Anyway,
my mom be watching just because we're watching, and she even bust out laughing. She's like, "What the hell happened?"
It was awesome. That was definitely feud of the year.
That was. But I'm picking Nigel just because I feel like they're gonna let this man get this. He's on the last leg of his career. He's not gonna be doing too much other than commentary. So I think they're gonna let him win, but he's gonna drop it. I feel like he's gonna drop it on Wednesday.
He needs to bring out Desmond Wolfe.
Well, I mean, he's already wearing Desmond Wolfe, the black and purple. He's already.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Bring out Desmond Wolfe.
Yeah.
This whole.
I don't think he's gonna bust cut his hair.
He literally looks like something of a Retromania. Like it looks like one of those Retromania pigs. Why is Mitch sending me stuff on TikTok when you know damn well I'm doing a podcast?
That's funny.
What are you doing? Moron.
Wait, did you say Vincent? Did y'all know about Vincent dying today?
Who?
Vincent Pastor?
Vincent.
From The Sopranos?
What?
Which character he played?
Wait, Vinny?
That was weeks. That was August 1st. That was weeks ago.
Yeah.
I just saw the date. I just saw the date for it. I didn't even notice the date. Okay.
He's off in the ocean.
Damn. Next match.
I'm not checking TikTok, you moron. I'm doing a pod.
What
How the hell you want me to check? Hang on, let me check TikTok. Hang on. That's not what we're fucking doing. Because my dumbass friends. Of course, it's fucking women fucking twerking. What the fuck? Are you trying to get us banned on Twitch?
Trying to get that.
Like 3 days?
That woo.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't show it because it's going to get us a 3-day ban. Spring Break 2026 officially unmatched because of this.
Look, you was talking about live sex celebrations in the bed.
Yeah,
in the
but
ring.
that's fucking covered. Motherfucker sending me fucking women with booty cheeks all out and fucking twerking on the stage.
Freaking Jamie Hayter's gonna pull out a freaking strap and everything. And
hey, she might.
All right, Kevin, next Darby Allin.
Well, we got the Casino Gauntlet. We got MJF and guy with the worst catchphrase of all time, Mr. Andrade El Idolo.
How do you know?
That was for you. Oh, that was for you personally, dumbass. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy. MJF,
Andrade. Idolo does have a really that finisher though, bro. Andrade has a second. The DM is a pretty effective looking finisher.
Yeah, but he has the shittiest.
Like I can see MJF beating about. He's gonna. MJF's gonna at least eat about minimum of 2 of those. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm glad they're letting him wrestle though.
Oh yeah.
I feel like he was
utilized now.
Because he was handcuffed in WWE. Even though him and Carmelo had like one of the best,
by far one of the best matches.
Yeah.
Oh, our background's been changed to
bangers.
Yeah,
now
the matches were great, but I'm glad they took the handcuffs off of
no, like
Andrade.
He even had a good time in his run. In his first run, it was pretty good. It wasn't as bad, but this was pretty good. He didn't have a shitty freaking catchphrase.
How do you know?
I'm sorry, that is just. How do you know?
That's because his English was so crappy and people talking for him.
There goes our. Oh, there
I'm getting it. I'm fixing it.
Oh, he's fixing. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we have a producer that checks us, that takes care of us while we're in the middle of a stream. And yes, Mitch, I will be calling you after this, or if you're still up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we can go watch the twerking videos together. Man, did you see her ass? It was clapping.
I'm just saying, you know.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just saying, it could happen.
This bitch. I'm gonna be clapping all night in this bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. There's more. Anyway. For Clarence. Tune in. We got the next when Clarence decides he is no longer part of the show. No, next match, we have. I mean, it's a Casino Gauntlet, so we don't know who's going to be in the Gauntlet match. But if I had to pick, I'm picking MJF.
I'm sick of MJF.
You know what? I'm sick of your attitude. How about that?
I want Ciampa.
I'm sick of your damn attitude.
I just love how MJF is just the real champion now. They're just recycling the
CM Punk stuff.
CM Punk, which was just
nothing to do with CM Punk.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with him.
Which was just a reenactment of the John Cena versus CM Punk match with the real champion.
I mean, look, Cody Rhodes took a bit off of Punk in his promo a while back, saying, "Okay, you drop pipe bombs, but I'm out here dropping moves." You know, he hit that line just like Punk did to MJF a while back. So
yeah,
like that's what I'm saying. They're jabbing at each other, but at the same time, you know, love you, brother. You know, love you, brother.
Yeah, that's when Roman and Seth had the brother match. Anyway,
brother.
You know what? I forgot to do this. I don't know if you still have the sound bit, but do you have the sound bit for Dummy of the Night?
Dummy, yeah.
Because before we move on with our predictions, I forgot to mention the Dummy of the Night. It's not really much of a dummy. It's a dumbass promotion of the night. And that is JCW. You know, Juggalo Championship Wrestling. All right?
Here we go.
You got to gather the Juggalos. Now I get it. You know, it's a 3-day event. Fantastic. I'm sure it's fantastic. You know, all the Fagos are out. All the Juggalos are hanging out. All that stuff. It's great shit, right? They have their annual Bloody Mania, but here's the problem, and it's something. It's small, but you know, where's the goddamn blood? Anyway, oh, I'm sorry. They had a little scratch on a fucking head. None of the titles changed.
Remember they got a TV deal now, so they gotta be careful.
I get it. Yeah. I understand that. But at the same time, if you're gonna call yourself Bloody Mania, just call yourself PG fucking Mania. If that's the case.
Yeah, but that name dates back to like the 90s when their first shows.
But it's like, where's the Carnage at? You know, where's the table spots?
Where's the Carnage?
Where's the
Cooper Robinson is gone, bro.
Like, I get it.
When Cooper Robinson left, the blood left.
I get it, but here's the problem. At least have one of the titles fucking changed. You know?
No.
Like, no. None of the damn titles changed. Caleb Conley with that shitty-ass hairdo he's got going on did not lose the match. And he had a match against this fat-ass fucking whatever this fucking fat baby-looking dude is. What the hell is that? This happy dude, whatever. You know, like, what the fuck? It's just...
Yeah.
Cody is a juggalo, and I respect him for that. I respect the juggalo community. I'm not a juggalo, but I respect it.
It's all up.
Don't you look at me like that. Don't you look at... You can drink your own Fago over there, you Fago.
Like, I even repped the hatchet as a wrestling gimmick. At one point, I was the insane machine.
Yeah, but the thing is
I only painted half my face.
That's actually pretty cool. But the thing is that when you call yourself Bloody Mania, I'm thinking it's going to be like last year for GCW. They had a death match. Everything was great. You know? All right, cool. Well, let's check out this year.
CZWS kind of stuff, right?
No fucking death matches, no chaos, no carnage or anything. You could have had a freaking circus peanuts in a pole match. You got Vince Russo. You got Vince Russo booking the damn thing. You have Gore Games, which of course they had Gore Games. Which guess what? Guess what? Where the Rapids are at, Joey? Guess where the Rapids are at? Guess where the Rapids are at? On a damn pool. That's where it was. This is Vince Russo booking the damn thing. And one of the weapons couldn't even get off.
I can actually explain this.
I'm sorry for the crash out, Cody.
I can actually explain the lack of blood.
Okay, go ahead.
It's in Missouri. We have an athletic commission. They're kind of strict on blood.
See? Well, I didn't even know that.
Really?
Yeah, it's fine if you don't intentionally
Louisiana's the same thing.
They don't. It's fine if you don't intentionally, bust yourself open. It's natural. It's fine, but yeah, they're strict. I mean, when I went to ECW, at WrestlePalooza 2000, which was a ECW on TNN taping, Tajiri, they were bringing out the tables, and I saw a blood packet underneath the table. And then Tajiri went under the ring, and he just came out super bloody. So even ECW, when they came into St. Louis, had to use fake blood.
Yeah, you could have just done that.
No better than Louisiana.
Yeah. Oh no, Louisiana is stupid strict.
No blood.
Louisiana,
there's a no blood policy in Louisiana, right? Yeah. Even still, they'll give you leniency if it's like, hey, if you broke your nose or you got a busted lip. But if you got your head cracked open and it looked like somebody did the old razor blade job, you're the fuck out of here.
I think that happened in Lafayette at a WWE show on Raw. They had a street fight with Edge and HBK. They saw how bloody it got, and they realized, oh no, we can't have that in Louisiana. We can't have that type of shit.
Yep. And around the same time, they banned chair shots to the head.
Yep. Thank you, Chris Benoit, you piece of shit. Well, really, I'm not gonna get into that because there's some controversy with that shit right now. Joey knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I've seen his name being brought up too much on social media lately. That's all I gotta say about that.
Certain woman.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
that was my dummy of the night.
I mean, what's another match we got? We got the AEW World Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, we got Edge and Christian going up against the Young Bucks Which, by the way, Adam Copeland has the worst 619 ever. That happened back in Mexico. By far, one of the worst 619s I've ever seen, even though it was unintentional. But it was still funny as hell.
Being that it's Kofi Christian and dumb fucks, I mean the young bucks, you know, it's. I'm looking at it. You already know how I feel about the Bucks.
No, they're dumb as fuck.
They better not win. They better not
win. The corner bump ups.
Clarence, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you.
They don't need to win.
They are gonna win.
I know they are.
It's basically it's kind of like a passing of the torch, but not a passing of the torch.
Not really.
You know,
it's not. It's really. I mean, some could say this is a dream match. Some could say this.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Match. But it's like, I agree with Cody. It's kind of like a passing of the torch, if you will. But I think they want to retire either at All In or they want to retire somewhere else. And if I'm Edge and Christian, this might be the perfect time to retire. Right here at Wembley Stadium, it'd be perfect, you know. But like I said, I mean, a lot can happen, you know.
I mean, unless they hang it up in Canada,
that's probably where they're gonna do it at. That'd probably be the best idea.
Yeah,
all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm sticking with the Young Bucks.
They should get Jericho to join them. He needs to retire too.
Team Canada.
Team Canada
2.0.
Jericho.
Bring Scott D'Amore in and watch everything get turned upside down.
Yes. Have him have the little.
I would love it.
Yeah. Have that too. So yeah, my thing is, Jericho needs to retire.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that he had a botch the couple of episodes ago on Dynamite.
That was terrible.
Yeah, he needs to retire.
Yeah, that was bad.
And he's like, oh, I can't stand when people say botch. Yeah.
Well, then don't botch then.
Dumbass. Anyway, guys.
I kind of feel the same way whenever it comes to botch. You know, it's more like just a miscue. Because, like, a lot of marks like to use the word botch a lot. You know.
So, you calling me and Clarence marks?
You're fucking right I am.
You know what? Well, you can kiss my ass. How about that?
I mean, y'all are some smart marks. Y'all are marks, but y'all are smart marks. So
calm down, Raven.
I'll give y'all
calm down, Raven.
I mean, shit, I can't say nothing. I'm a mark myself. I was a fan before.
I was like, yeah, motherfucker, you just as a mark as everybody else. Anyway.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I earned my stripes.
I earned my stripes.
All right. So,
yeah, my scars
for this match.
I guess I'm taking Bucks.
Is your name Joey? I asked Joey.
Oh, my bad.
Stupid.
I do have a feeling the Bucks will win this. You know,
it's necessary, but it's going to happen.
Especially after the recent rumors by Dave Meltzer saying that this might possibly be their last contract, that they're retiring.
Uncle Dave.
The Bucks.
Butts? Yeah.
Really?
The Bucks.
You gonna listen? You gonna listen to Uncle Dave?
I don't know.
You gonna listen to Uncle Dave?
I'm not gonna lie. I can kind of see that. I mean,
it would make sense.
Apparently, their bodies are pretty beat up.
Yeah.
So is Kofi Christian. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Cope had a broken freaking neck for 9 years.
Yeah, well, some people
had a broken freaking leg last year.
Yeah, well,
exactly.
Some wrestlers will continue on until they're beat up and.
I'm gonna watch
everything. I mean, we got Dory Funk, who's wrestling a death match like months ago, and he's dead now. And we got people that are like DDP who retired when they couldn't do it anymore. You know,
Sabu did it too.
For Cure to do.
Yeah, Sabu wrestled weeks before his death. Yeah,
Sabu did a barbed wire death match.
Joey Janela.
Yeah,
and
Joey and on top of that, took an insane bump in the process, which was brutal as hell.
Crazy bastard.
All right, so we all agree that the Butts are gonna win. Next match we have the triple threat triple threat match. This might be the match at that point before the main event. This would definitely be match of the night. We have the International Championship. Okada,
Inosuke
Takeshita, and Kyle Fletcher. That's going to be a fun match. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
That's going to be fun as hell.
Themselves.
Just Takeshita and Fletcher alone. But you had Kazuchika Okada. I can't say his fucking name. Okada.
Just Okada.
Yeah, just Okada.
Oh, boring.
You just call him overrated.
Boring. Boring.
You literally gonna call Okada boring?
No, I prefer Fletcher and freaking Takeshita over Okada.
That is insane. That you're gonna sit here and call a guy who had a 6-star and then a 7-star match with the same guy.
That was Meltzer. Meltzer was fucking
bullshit. That match was great. What
matches.
the fuck are you watching? Who are you watching? Bill Goldberg and fucking William Regal?
I would rather Regal and Benoit over Regal and Goldberg.
Well, yeah. I mean,
and that's a hot take.
I'd rather get Guerrero and Benoit versus.
I will legitimately grab me a bottle of whiskey. And for every inside-out bump I see, I will take a shot. And you're going to see about a dozen of them. I'm going to be plastered by the end of that match.
Oh, yeah. He'll be cool. He'd be cool. He'd be as bad as Scott Hall at an independent show. Exactly. He had to be helped to the ring. God bless Scott Hall, too, by the way. God bless.
Yeah, God bless him.
God bless.
But, yeah, I'm pulling for Takeshita to get this one.
Yeah, I'm going with Kyle Fletcher.
I think it's...
I'm going with the Protostar, bro. I'm going with the Protostar. I'm going to... Did you just say World Star?
No, I screwed Protostar like it is...
World Star.
No, I screwed Protostar
his team does go hard. His team song does go hard.
With the little like that and like that, he got the little knuckle like that.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, bro.
Like he got a frog knuckle ready for your face.
It's a hot take for all you local heads out there. Kyle Fletcher does better in pink, does better than Beautiful Bobby.
All right. Chase now.
Bullshit. At least Kyle Fletcher looks great and not look like a polar bear in pink singlet. Exactly. You're contemplating on what you want to see.
Given the circumstances that Bobby's lost a lot of weight since the first time he started rocking that pink singlet. Yeah. Like he's big.
And I say that with love because I love that guy.
He got the
yeah.
You know,
he ate his spinach. He thinks he's Popeye. Anyway, guys, who you got for this match?
For me, Kyle Fletcher.
Okay. Cody got. I think he got.
I got Kenosuke Takeshita.
I'll take a shitter. It's tough. I know. It's tough. It's tough. It's hard to pick out of this match.
I'm sick.
I mean, unless you think Okada's going to win.
Oh no, he's the challenger.
No, he's
Fletcher is going to be the one retained.
Fletcher's going to be the one to retain.
That's right. Fletcher got it.
It's tough.
I think I'll take Takeshita. I think Takeshita.
Damn, it's split. It's split.
Excited.
Me and Joey got Fletcher. Y'all two got take a shitter.
And watch Okada come out as the winner.
I swear.
Watch.
Bitch.
We're gonna exactly. I'm the new champ.
Like that's
I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, but he did the whole and like that. I pushed the wrong button. I'm so sorry, bitch.
I did it for the Rock. I I did it for the
like, I am the new champion. Bitch.
Oh, yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if he did that. I would not be surprised.
I would laugh my ass off. He comes to Dynamite the next night, and he's hanging out. I'm the new champion, and he ends the promo. Comes back, bitch.
It's for his bitchabration.
The bitchabration, yes. Fuck it, I might change my pick on this one then. Fuck. No, I'm gonna stick with. I'm gonna stick with.
I don't know if Okada's gonna take this one.
He's just a casualty at this point.
Right.
I'll be a wild hair moment there if he does.
I mean, he's a wild card. He'll be the wild card in that match, you know. But to each your own, whatever. All right, so moving on to what I feel might be the co-main event. We have the TNT Championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match. As we have the challenger Darby Allin versus Kevin Jet. That. This one's gonna be a tough one because although I would like to see Darby win the title as like a consolation prize, because he held the AEW title and then he lost it to MJF because of Kevin. I would like to see Darby win it, but I feel the fans are going to win this match because of the type of bullshittery that they're going to have. Because I know for a fact Pyro is going to be involved. Because if you missed the past episode on Darby got the Jeff Hardy treatment. He got hit with the Pyro.
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy.
But yeah,
don't worry, he's still alive, ladies and gentlemen. He's okay. Or is he?
Yeah, my prediction for the match would be Darby Allin with assist by the Stephen Borden, son of Sting.
Oh yeah,
that would be a curveball there. That would be a cool one.
We'll see Jack the Ripper.
Boo.
I'm not gonna lie. Sting's entrance for that All In. Oh, it's goated.
Oh, yeah.
We are in London. You see, my dear boy, we are in London. And he's like the Jack the Ripper. Oh, my God, it was great. Hot take. Sting had a better Jack the Ripper than Finn Balor. Did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that one.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Even though Finn's was badass, you can't deny that one. I have that.
Right. It was badass, but I mean, it's Sting, bro. Come on.
Yeah, It's Sting.
It's fucking Sting.
All right. Clarence, who you this match, bro?
I'm still taking Kevin.
You still gonna take Kevin?
Yeah, I'm still taking Kevin.
Okay. Joey?
Darby.
Oh, yeah, you already picked Darby. And Cody, who you got?
See, I'm with homie here with him because I think it's time for Darby to kind of like reassess. Because I mean, he's been doing really well, especially climbing Everest, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Getting hit by a bus on the way to the arena, that was cool. Let Darby drop back just a week. Put him back in when it's necessary. I say by Revolution, he gets a strong comeback story at Revolution.
It's split again.
I mean,
it's split again.
Yeah,
It's
I'm taking Kevin. I gotta take Kevin in this.
I don't know, man.
The worker versus the daredevil.
Yeah.
Basically how you gotta look at this.
We're definitely gonna be seeing some crazy shit in this match. These days, Elias Falls got anywhere. WWE piece of shit. God, Mitch sent me another damn TikTok. Lord, Mitch, what you now? This is not.
Kind of like that. You ever see like the Jay Perilous videos you see on social media? Where that basically talks like you pick a character and he's like chilling in his room. He's got the shower cap on.
Yeah.
You see. Darby
Why
Allin.
you want to see me shit about Dune? Dune freaking sucks. Fucking
Like
hate
looking at Knight, and he just bust up. Like, Jeff Hardy, we know that's you, homie.
Good times. Yeah, you want to send me fucking Dune Part 3? Why the fuck? I didn't watch the first one or the second one. Who do you think I'm going to watch the third one?
I read the books. It's nice.
Modern Warfare 4, I mean, that's mid. It's alright. That's not going to be generational. Now, Avengers Doomsday, that's going to be generational. GTA 6, especially in the strip club, is definitely going to be generational. I tell you that.
Hashtag hot coffee.
Hashtag never mind. I'm not, because Glenn's already been through enough as it is tonight. Oh my God, Roxanne showing a booty? What the? Hey, yo. Yes, man.
Hey, yo.
Hey, focus.
Dog, how can I focus? Her butt crack's literally showing through the jeans. The heck? Good God,
I mean, Roxanne sporting build, just saying.
Make that booty bigger. I don't know. Her and Stephanie. That was a match there, by the way. Stephanie and Roxanne. That's a tough one to pick. You know, I picked both of them. I picked both them two broads.
I'll take
That match was.
I take both of them. I hit it high and low. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. I know it's midnight. I know.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
We had the World Heavyweight title on the line. And a match that is very anticipated. Two guys that have put on bangers in the past. We have Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, and I'm going to start it off right here. We having a brand new champion. I think everybody in here can agree we're having a Cloud versus Sephiroth type of match. I feel this match, the storytelling is great. I really thought we was going to get MJF versus Ospreay, but Omega versus Ospreay, and then we got the clean back. So that's going to be fucking awesome, man. This match culminating. This is the rubber match for the world title. We all knew it was going to happen someday. We all knew that Kenny was going to be champion again. Happy that he's champion. And different circumstances, I would choose Kenny. But it's Will Ospreay's time, man. It's past his time. Put the title on the line against this man. Let him win the title. And he's been inventing Wembley Stadium, which, by the way, the has never been invented Wembley Stadium. So suck on that, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Dwayne.
Yeah, that guy. In his shitty movies. Except Rampage. Rampage was awesome. Anyway.
Well, Control was good.
Yeah, the rundown would be good too. Clarence, I'm gonna start with you. Who you got for this match?
Well,
Okay, I know he's tired. Poor guy. Tired.
I'm taking Will.
He's taking Will. See that?
Will Ospreay.
He ain't even gotta say much. Will.
I ain't gotta say nothing. This is gonna be Will all the way through. It's just that time. It's about time now.
This is, if we thought Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay's match was match of the year, man, this might be match of the year, bro. I'm looking at this.
I want it to be. I want it to be a match of the year contender. The only thing that I'm concerned about is how is Omega. I feel how. I'm just concerned at how he's gonna perform because I know he's not the Kenny of 2016.
17. Yeah,
it's not the same Kenny.
This is not the same Kenny that was in 2021.
Yeah, this is a I'm wrestling on my last leg because I almost died, Kenny.
Yeah, because he could have well died the same time or right before Bray Wyatt.
Right, so
clearly just about there.
Yeah, I think that you can look at Kenny and tell that he's on his last.
I think this might be the last leg right here. Yeah. I think if you're Kenny Omega, this would be a great way to go out.
I feel if the Bucks are on their last if it's true, if it's true, Bucks and Kenny are both. They're all three. They're gonna be like, yo, we're done.
I mean, they're both reaching 40. Nick being the youngest one. Nick's like 35, 36.
Are they that young?
Yeah.
Damn, he younger than me? Fuck.
Yeah.
No way.
Go check it out. Go see.
Sorry, that one guy. What?
Nick is 30. Nick is 37. Yeah, Nick is 37. Matt is 41.
Yeah. So that's the thing, man. They both reaching their 40. Well, Matt's already 41, and Nick's right around the corner. You know.
I think it's and Kenny is how old? Kenny's 42. He's 42. They don't want. I know they don't want to be like the Roman Reigns, the Punk, the Cody, the Seth Rollins. They don't want to hold on. I guess they can talk about the whole we're holding the top spot kind of thing. Like we don't want to be those guys. It's like you know our guest said. I gotta come to a point where I'm like I gotta let this go. And let me start building up and going into a transition into a different position, different thing. These guys are probably going to focus on training, backstage, creative.
And both of them have kids, so they probably want to focus on their kids too sometime. You know, they've been on the road forever.
Kenny doesn't have kids.
No, I meant the Young Bucks, though. The Young Bucks do.
Yeah, they've made it. They make their money. They've done enough. Who wants to continue to put their bodies out there like that? I mean, don't get me wrong. They love the sport. Yeah. But at the same time, they're like, dog, I can't be looking like freaking Ric Flair and
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk and all them.
You've got Jerry Lawler, who's still putting out challenges to people like Bill Dundee. Like, you realize you've had multiple strokes, right?
Yeah, he had a heart attack
go. Just
over
let
14
it
years
go.
ago.
Yes. But in the words of in the sense of Cody, Kenny, I think he's on the last run. Not that I'm saying he's like, oh, this man can't perform or anything. Like he still be going, but he's not the cleaner Kenny Omega. He's not. I put on 6-star match Kenny Omega.
No,
but he still can go. I'd rather see him go out. Honestly, if this could potentially be his last one, this would
be the perfect way to go out.
I think this would be a wonderful passing of the torch.
Pass the ball to arguably this generation's possible Kenny Omega.
Yeah,
this generation's best bout machine. Because if you look at matches of the years over the years or contenders, who's been on them? It's been Ospreay. Between him and Swerve, between both of them, shit. And I feel like this year we might get them two again. This time for that qualifying for the Owen Hart Cup. You know, like that match was fucking awesome. Like that deserves a 6-star.
Yeah,
great storytelling. It's two guys who's been on the Indies for 10 years. And they finally made it to the big. They finally made it to the top, respectively on their own, and their own unique way. And it culminated into a final, in a tournament final. And it was bloody. It was awesome. It was great storytelling at its best. You know, two guys who consider brothers. You know, but I definitely pick, and I think I can speak on everybody else. I'm sure everybody else can agree. Ospreay's walking out with the title. It's not out of my mind. You're main eventing your homeland and your country. Come on, bro. And just think the entrances alone is going to be insane.
That's like 15 minutes.
That alone is going to be 30 minutes. And I am totally fine with it. If they can go slow. For Kenny's sake, go slow.
Yeah.
And then hit the high spots towards the end. Do what you got to do. But do I see this being a 30, 40-minute match? No. I do not.
I think they can give us 30. They can give us 30. I don't see it passing that, though.
30-minute classic. I can see that though. I can agree with that.
Yeah. But we about to wrap it all up. I think everybody in agreement with Osprey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. That's our predictions for All In this Sunday live on Bleacher Report. And also, if you have HBO Max, get it there. Which I do have on HBO Max, but I refuse to fucking buy it because it's stupid. The fact that you gotta pay $30, 40 damn bucks, well, you're already paying $14, $15 for the shit. Stupid.
I just use a VPN. I just use a VPN. I just use a VPN to the my AEW and
more than likely I'll be watching it right here. My toilet's running. Right here in the office. Matter of fact, I will be hanging the Word of Kayfabe banner right here as well. So yeah, I'll probably be doing that as well. But yeah, you don't want to check it out. Before we wrap, I want to thank Doug Masters for being on the show. I know he couldn't stay throughout the duration because he's got to do stuff and all that fun shit. He's another normal human being.
Be licensed.
We would definitely love to have him back. Go check him out on YouTube. He's all of his matches on there. If you want to do some deep dive, deep cuts, and all that stuff, go check him out also on Instagram and X as well. And while you also at it on YouTube, don't forget to check us out. We are on the road to episode 200. 200 episodes of World of Kayfabe podcast. And you, while you're out there, take a steel chair and smash that subscribe button. While you're also out there, take a sledgehammer and smack the bell. Smack that notification so that way you can be notified whenever we upload a brand new video of this pure episode right here. That's if you missed the live episode. However, if you are here on live, catch us on Twitch every other Thursday. We are a bi-weekly episode. We come on every other Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Central Time, and we normally run until we pretty much fall asleep at this point. Yeah, exactly. So like I said, follow us on all social media platforms. Hit that link tree. Check on there. We have all of our socials, all of our merch, all that good shit. We are also in the processing of redoing everything from the new logo. As you can see, Joey has the new logo up on the screen. You can also see the background and all that good stuff. Brand new format, brand new stuff going on. We got some big stuff happening very soon. That being said, this is, as always, your hostess with the mostest, the one, the only, King himself, Nick Mother F. Venom, along with my three good friends. We're just built different, which, by the way, built different. Before we go, tell us where they can find you at. How they can reach you.
Absolutely, man. You can find me on Facebook at Just Built Different, Cody Hawkins. You can find me on TikTok, JBD for Life. That is JBD for LYFE on TikTok. Also, as a part of Jump Media with World of Kayfabe, I also am the host of the Shed Podcast, so be sure to check me out there. Check us out on YouTube as well as TikTok. I do, just like these guys, I do bi-weekly episodes of The Review with your host, yours truly. I'm in the process of doing a bit of a facelift as well with the Shed. Yeah, I know. Look, I'm trying to get my upgrades and my updates and everything good to where whenever I do hit that episode, I'll have you with me on the next one. You have my word.
Yeah, your word is shit. No, I'm joking. Are you doing an all-in episode? I mean, an all-in stream?
Will I be doing a live reaction stream? I'm going to try to. If not, then I'll probably hop on with my boys at WGS TV. They're going to be doing a watch party there, Ashley and Lance Moss. I mean, unless y'all want to throw one here and I'll come and join y'all, I'll be more than glad to.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it'd probably just be whatever. Don't know. but we'll I wish I could show that on the stream. Oh, Donald Trump farting. Did he?
We have a crisis that's causing fertility rate to drop below 5. Replace the group.
Yeah. Donald Trump farted. Apparently he farted during a fucking press conference of bullshit. Anyway, with that being said, we're gonna wrap the show up. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I know it was a long episode, it's a very long episode. It's the longest episode we've ever did. This breaks the record. So tune in week after next, brand new episode of the Kayfabe Podcast, and we will see you guys right here on Twitch. So with that being said, for the Venomous one, for the Game King, for the Stagger one, and for the just different one, we are out of here. We'll see y'all later, partner.
Bestiality sex.